Yo, what's good, everybody? Today is June the 10th, 2025. Most gracious and Heavenly Father, we thank you, God, for yet another opportunity of prayer. We thank you, God, for allowing us to come together. We ask you, God, that you just bless this broadcast. Thank you for your grace and mercy. Thank you for bringing us this far, God. We thank you, God, for all the previous guests. Oh, God, we thank you, God, for the family, the viewers, the subscribers, the contributors, everybody that's been a part of this community for the last 5 years. We give your name all the praise, all the glory, and all the honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's 5 years. Y'all hear what I got playing in the background. Rest in peace to the great Sly Family Stone, Stock Sly and the Family Stone, Mr. himself, Showman himself. Um, y'all bear with me. I'm sorry. I apologize for the tardiness, but I wanted to get this in. We got a surprise. Got a co-host tonight for a minute, and a couple other people that'll be stopping through, hopefully. But I want to say thank you. As the song in the background is playing, I want to thank you all for letting me be myself. Um, I appreciate you guys. We celebrating 5 years today. It's a true blessing in itself to be able to come this far. But as I tell you guys each and every week, this show is nothing at all without you guys. I couldn't be here without the help and support of each and every one of you. So congratulations to yourselves as well. 5 years. I just can't believe it. It's amazing to me. I'm glad to be able to celebrate with you guys. Um, trying to multitask. I'm sorry. Let's see. Ticket. Okay. Cool. Um, yeah, but 5 years is in a row. 5 years is in the books. We had some good topics. We had some funny topics. We had some laughs together. We had some cries together. We've been educated together on various different fields and just a broad range. Everybody, people tend to ask me when they hear about a show, or people tell me, "Yo, tell them about the show, man." It's like it's hard to describe. Just like, yo, just come get in where you fit in, just have a good time, be a part of the conversation, because it's not really about anything. I just wanted to create a safety space where we could all come together and kind of just converse with one another, be there for one another, and enjoy one another during the trying times. We far from, it doesn't seem like it, but we're far removed from the pandemic now. But at the time, I just wanted to create a space where people could come together, have conversations and whatnot, and just have a good time and feel comfortable actually engaging and talking with one another. When everything was on lockdown, everybody was kind of secluded. We all was quarantined in our own way, so to speak. But I figured we'll create this platform where we could all just come together and have regular conversations. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes educational, sometimes it's just about what's going on in today's world, topics, or different things that you guys want to discuss. So I want to thank everybody for their suggestions over the years on different show topics, different parts of the conversation, and what have you. But yeah, 5 years is in the books, man. Um, my apologies. I'm trying to make sure my co-host got the link because they can't be on here but so long. But yeah, man. Shout out to my youngest son Elisha, as well as Keith and Amber, Scott and Heather Reed. Who else was a part of that? Like the very first episode we did was on George Floyd's homegoing, the same day as George Floyd's homegoing service. Um, hold up, what in the world is going on? They saying they didn't get the link. Um, all right. Okay. I apologize. Yeah, I wasn't sure what's up with that. There you go. Well, I heard you got a notification going off. Um, yeah. Uh, okay, yeah. So we're gonna jump into it. As normal, happy born day to everybody that celebrated over the weekend. Um, Yo, yeah, and shout out to happy birthday to everybody that celebrated over the weekend, over the past week, or the last time we've been together. Milestones, all the graduates, what have you. Special shout out to my cousin Sissy on her birthday on today. Um, happy born day, girl. You know I love you, big cuz love you. Dad loves you as well. What's good, Aunt? It was somebody else that celebrated over. Oh, my brother John. Happy anniversary to my brother, my sister Ty and John on celebrating 20 years, 20 plus years. Um, Congratulations to them. Like I said, all the graduates over the course of the last couple of weeks, and those that are graduating this week as well. Shout out to my nephew Devin, who'll be graduating on Thursday. Um, who else? What else, rather? Um, like I said, all these different milestones, what's going on. I'm kind of discombobulated. I'm trying to gather myself emotionally because I was kind of moved a little bit earlier today. I was kind of watching older shows today, and just leading up to this point, we've had several guests, several people that was pivotal and part of this show that have passed away over the course of the show duration. So I want to give them a shout out as well, them and their families. Um, So we'll probably do end the show closing out with that there, closing out, paying tribute to them as well. I'm not sure why it's not going. Um, uh, Again, so it's 5 years, man. Happy and thanks again, Aunt. 5 years. I want to say thank you. I don't want to really start naming names because it's so far too many of you all to remember. But I definitely want to say kudos and shout out to Sheba Johnson. She's been supporting me since day one, since we started the show and since we've linked up. Shout out to her and all of her support. Julian Capel, Big Five, Shakira Tillman, Nicole Walker, Beverly Bergman Tucker, Kia Tucker, Deja Tucker, Kevin Bergman, Bunny Bergman, everybody that's been supporting me since day one, man. I really appreciate you all. Nina Hodges, of course, and just like the first anniversary, they stuff want to be tripping, but we gonna get there. The link is not going through like it's supposed to. HTTPS. Trying. So, all right, try this again. It's always the last minute that someone want to go crazy. Um, yeah, but what else was I saying? Different shows. I mean, different topics, what have you. Um, the main thing that a lot of the previous guests have shared with me that I take the most pride in is that we just created a safe place for people to come and speak. I've had people that I've never met on the show before, that wanted to be. They seen the show, different shows before in the previous shows, and wanted to be a part of it. And then when they came on, it was like, wow, like this is totally not what I expected. It was so relaxed. I was so comfortable. I would love to come back on because now I know what it's like, So I take pride in, and I thank God for allowing me to create a safe place where people could come, feel free about conversing with one another and just celebrating one another. You know what I mean? Because none of us are perfect. So therefore, it's nothing like knowing that we're not perfect, but yet and all meeting other people that are the same mind and have different conversations. And not a lot of times we won't have the same mindset, so to speak, but we're respectful here. Um, we can all be respectfully agree to disagree. So that's one thing that I take pride in well as well too. Throughout the 5 years, is that people feel comfortable coming on here sharing their different stories. We've had stories. We've had women share stories about sexual, SA. We've had stories talk about abuse, whether it be from parent men, um, uh, um, just the different things that people go through. Uh, um, we've had stories about recovery. We've had stories about life after doing time. I spoke to the young man earlier today. Did 16 years in Rikers Island. He let me know today that he's doing well. He's still out. He's taking care of his family, working, what have you. So that was also a relief. Like it's just been a full circle day to day. I've talked to other previous guests over the course of the weekend, and just to see how far we've come. And like they was just as much in shock as I was. Like to know that we've been 4 years later. Jennifer Tucker, that's another one. Shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer's been here since day one, supporting us, rocking with us as well. My aunt Adrian Lewis, my parents, again, my youngest son for being a part of the first show. He's been a part of several shows. Shout out to Dr. Kevin Danley. He's been a part. Like I call him my residential doctor here. He's been here several different times. Joanne Givens and congratulations also on being ordained as a minister this previous weekend. Shout out to you. You already know I love you, girl. But Val, Ev, all my sisters, rest in peace, Michelle, who's been a part of the show. Rodney Bagby, Elder Bagby. Um, who else? Um, said Kev Bergman. Drew McKelster, she was author that wanted to come on this show. Teresa B. Howell for highlighting us in her magazine, doing a piece on the Marvin Bennett Jr. show. Thank you for that opportunity as well. To just to reach a different audience and a different demographic. But using your outlet to uplift this show, I really genuinely appreciated the Heat Seekers. Yeah, that was a blast. Shout out to Mr. Dupre Kelly, Councilman Dupre Kelly in Northwest Ward. My man Trent, um, councilman there in North. He's a part of the previous show. Redman himself, Erica Janelle. She's been rocking with us since day one. Miss Safita Ortiz. She's been rocking with us. She made the whole Redman thing happen. Um, that was a blessing in disguise. Who else? It's been so many different people. Miss Janelle Simone herself, the singer, songwriter, performer. She's been a part of the show previously, and we thank her for her input and just her giving back to the show. Um, Janet died as well. She was a pivotal part. She's always been encouraging me behind the scenes. My god brother Lamar Moose, he was a part of the first anniversary show, and different things of that nature. That he's been a part of the sports shows. My cousin Man, um, who else? Trail, Uncle Roy, Uncle Dawn, Uncle Darnell, Miss Pat as well. So many different people. I just really appreciate each and every one of you. I can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough. I thank you guys for taking out your time throughout the week just to spend with me and chop it up. Um, um, my bad, I just got a text. Congratulations. This show makes a difference. It has blessed me immensely. I hope all is well with you and yours. Keep on striving to do what you do. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Hey, what's good, Sam? Yeah, shout out to Sam Blue. You was one of the names I was about to mention. I was actually about to send you the link too, see if you wanted to jump on, bro. Um, Let me know if you want to jump on. Like I said, Julian Capel. Shout out Happy Born Day to his older brother today who's celebrating today. Um, just everybody in. We got he got a few minutes to be here. So we'll give it over to John Singletary. Thanks, John, for doing this. I appreciate it, bro.
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good?
Bet, man. Say, we had all kinds of technical difficulties,
Man,
man.
I'm telling you, I don't know why it's tripping because I sent it to the same place.
Yeah, it never made it. It never made it, man. But congratulations on 5 years, man.
Yeah, man.
5 years, man. 5 years. Let's give them applause for 5 years, y'all. Yeah, 5 years, man. Yeah, we
No doubt.
excited about that, man. Did you let them check out your intro, man?
Yeah, man, we was running so late today. I found out how to plug it in, so it will definitely be in effect on the next show. But I was running. That's it right there.
Seasons in,
That's it
man.
right there.
Hey, man. I'm glad you
My
invited me.
John himself hooked us up with that. Yo, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. I got a little extra time, man. I hit my peeps up, man. So I got to about 8:50 or so. So
Okay.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
man. I
push.
appreciate you taking out the time to do this, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got to celebrate 5 years, man. So let me ask you something, man. Introduce yourself to the people and tell them what made you start the Marvin Bennett Jr. show.
Yo, what's good, EJ? All right, so my name is Marvin Bennett Jr. I'm just a kid from Brick City, USA. That's Newark, New Jersey. For those that don't know, been through a lot. Uh, you can read it for yourself, John. Told you got fans on the Marvin Bennett Jr. show too, bro. But yeah, man, where did the show come from? Where did the idea come from? I was being very sarcastic as I normally am one day, and I just posted, said, "Listen, man, if I create this platform, if I create this show, would y'all be interested in hearing what I got to say?" And people were like, "Yo, man," it totally shocked me the outpour of people. What's good, man? It totally shocked me the outpour of people that was saying, "Yo, man, do it. You got the personality for this. You're funny. You got the conversation. All these different facets. Like, why not do it?" So, being that it was something that I was just joking around about, I said, "Yo, let's do it." I just said, "Let's do it." And the very first show was June 9th, 2020, the same day as George Floyd's homegoing service, and I thought it was pretty fitting, especially what we were on going through at the time in this country, um, with the arrest, the race issues, which, like I said, with George Floyd, as well as if people remember back then, all the way back then in 2020, at that particular time around June, that's when the state mandate started going down, where we had to be locked down. Everybody was in the house, and I thought about it, and I said, people, when we look at these celebrities, you're more than welcome to come on, Janelle, if you want to. Um, people, we look at our celebrities and whatnot, they got the Jimmy Kimmels to go on. They got all these different platforms where they could go promote whatever they want to talk about whatever whatever they want to do. So I say, why don't I create a platform for us regular people that are not celebrities but have a voice as well? We have feelings as well. So let's create this safe place where people could come vent. We could talk about how you feel about the vaccines, the quarantines, and all these different kind of facets. And I had a whole panel on that very first show. A diverse. I had a mixed couple on that very first show. I have my youngest son, which I'm so proud of to be a part of that very first show. My man Tahid Brisbane, my girl Joanne Horton, she helped me get the video together and all that. And we just been rocking ever since, man. So, I just consider it an honor and a privilege that people would either take out their little bit of time once a week to share this time with us, man. It's really been a blessing.
Yeah, man, you doing your thing. You doing your thing, man. That's a hell of a story, man. I appreciate you taking that time, man. That brother said we ain't got Jimmy Kimmel, for us and all that. So yeah, that's real talk, man. That is real talk, man. So
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about you want to have a space for us, all that comes with creating a space. So what's the craziest thing that's happened on a show while you were live?
Oh man, the maybe not the craziest, but me personally, the funniest was the episode, uh the the first year anniversary episode. I had Mar and your shout out to your brother Kev, who we met through. They were actually hosting that. I was just sitting in the passenger seat. I let them run the show. And it seemed like when I go back and watch that playback, I always laugh every single time because it was like they were asking me, like I didn't know any of the questions that they were gonna ask me. Just like typically people don't know, the show is not scripted at all. So the guests have no idea about the questions that I'm gonna ask them, all those different things there. I'm just not gonna one thing I'll guarantee people is I don't do messy. I'm not gonna ask you anything crazy. I'm not gonna ask you anything off the wall. You know what I mean? Whatever you feel comfortable talking about, that's what we're gonna talk about. So it was funny just being on the opposite end, not knowing the questions, and they asked me the different questions. And it seemed like every time they asked me a question that was kind of unsafe, so to speak, it was like my signal will go out. I got disconnected from the live feed at one point in time. I had to come back because we was having storms in our area. It was just so hilarious because it was like I would freeze at you couldn't even orchestrate it. It was just like the screen would freeze up. Like I didn't want to answer the questions or whatever the case may be. So that was definitely the craziest or the most hilarious to me, man.
Man, let's give some clues bombs for the technical difficulties there. That's dope. Hey, y'all, this is the Marvin Bennett Jr. show. 5 years, man. So if y'all watching, man, put it in the comments. Congratulations for 5 years. That's a tough thing to do, man. Just to
Mm-hmm.
get up, be vulnerable, show yourself, and trust the magic of putting the show on. You got to come on and think about topics and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot that goes into this, man. Brother had to go spend his own money for software to stream and do all of this stuff, man. And it's an act of love. And people will tell you your show is this, your show is that, your show ain't this, your show ain't that.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep on coming back, man. So I'm proud of you, proud to know you, man. Congratulations to you. 5 years, man. The purpose, the most, well, you didn't say the craziest, you said the most hilarious, man. So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what are some of your favorite moments from this 5 year stretch of doing the Marvin Bennett Jr. show?
Wow, you really would ask me that. Um,
Yes, I would.
One of my best moments. We wow, we lost my bishop. We lost my bishop James H. Everett at the very beginning of January 2020, and when December came around, his birthday was in December, and I remember dedicating that whole month of December to him and his memory, and just each week it was a different facet of what he meant to us. The first week I had, he created this school, Maranatha Christian Academy. So I had a lot of the different alumni staff be a part of that first show. The second show, I had my parents on who grew up in ministry with him, Adrian Lewis, Pastor Annette Patrick, Pastor Denise Baldwin. Um, they were on the show on that second show. Then the third show, I kicked it up a notch, and I actually had his wife, his widow, on the show. People that he grew up with in ministry, singing group, Mr. Alfred Simmons, who is no longer with us himself, former guest, James Blocker, people that had a 60-year relationship with him. And that was actually the biggest show as far as views live that we had. We had over 1,500 people streaming while the show was actually going on, and it like blew my mind. But it felt so good to be able to honor him in that way because he meant so much to us. And I get emotional thinking about it because I was watching some of the playbacks today. We did a show with my brothers that I grew up with in church, Kev Mar, Rodney, and whatever. And some of the sisters was feeling some type of way. You got your brothers on the show, and you ain't called the sisters. So I wound up doing the next week. I wound up doing a show with my sisters that I grew up with, and after we had left, when we were up there for a Bishop's homegoing service, my sister Denise Hodges, we all went to dinner. We all had a good time. 2 weeks later, she was in the hospital on a ventilator due to COVID. And 65 days after that, we showed it on the show where she walked out the hospital of her own will and got to hug her daughter. And God gave her a second chance at life. So that was definitely one of the most proudest moments. I still get choked up when I talk about it, but people that know me and people that really know me, that know me outside of the show, they know when I love hard, as people like to say. Like, once you're in my circle, I love you, and I don't take that for granted. For years, I used to be the type of person that try to shy away from relationships. I told Kev, and he didn't know it until I told him on the show, but I was like, I got like that when Kev left to go to the service, because I was like, I never want to feel that type of pain again. You go from used to talking to somebody every single day, chopping it up good or bad. You don't have any secrets. You can talk to them about anything. And when you never go to the service, I'm like, I felt like a part of me died. And I was like, I never want to experience that again. So I stopped trying to get close to people. And God had to really work with me individually about that. And since then, I've been opening up and allowing people back in my life, man. And it's been a blessing ever since, man. Ever since.
Man, let me see if I can't get my reactions to come up here. I'm trying to get the heart, man. My reactions ain't working. Maybe because I ain't. Oh, there we go. There go my hearts. There go my heart.
So all you gotta do is get in front of the screen and it pop up.
You gotta have a camera like mine, bro.
Okay.
Man, you was having this vulnerable moment, so I was trying to hold off on Erica clowning.
That's what she do, man. That's what she do. I'm gonna get on
this moment. You having this moment. I'm like, man, Erica is on today.
Honey.
Hey, what's good, my man, Nate?
Nathan Sledge, word. There we go. That was a word, man. 1,500 streams, man. I'm jealous, man, but jealous in a good way. Jealous with pride, man.
It blew my mind, bro.
Yeah. Let's transition. So, what is your vision and goal? Ultimate vision and ultimate goal for the show, man? Where are you trying to see the Marvin Bennett Jr. show? What's in game for you, man? Well, not in game. Yeah. But what's the ultimate?
Man, that's a good question in itself, because I can honestly say, I'm still in search. I'm still in search for that, to the answers to that. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. Life has been lifing. So there has been times throughout the time where, of course, where I've been thinking about, actually putting the show on hold for a while, trying to revamp, trying to rebrand these different things. And it seems like somebody would come out of the blue every single time I get to that point. Somebody would come out of the blue and like, yo, man, your show means so much to people, man. I remember going to a play maybe 3 years ago, in a different state. How crazy is this? I was in a different state. I went to a play, and after the play was over, this young fella walked up to me, yo, what's up, man? So I'm speaking to him, but I'm like, I know I don't know this cat. I haven't met this cat before in my life. You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, man? Appreciate you, man. Yo, what's good? Uh, yeah, man. I know you don't know who I am. I said, nah, I don't. Like, did we go to school together? What? He was like, nah, I know you through your show. I'll be watching your show. You come on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. He's like, man, you got some good. And it just like blew my mind. It blew my mind that somebody outside of my immediate circle, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? I really want to keep going. I would love to be able to get endorsed. I would love to be able to find some sponsors to help me invest in, so I don't have to come out of my personal pockets that are depleted at this point. You know what I mean? To keep the show going. And just get better. Just get better with time. I'm in the process now myself. I'm steady on YouTube. Trying to learn different ways that I could kind of show different things, and like thank God for you. You showed me how to do the intro. I got another video. I learned how to do the countdown this previous week, so now I know how to do the countdown. I can add that to the show, but just adding different facets to the show, and as long as the people here with me and rocking with me, I'm gonna definitely keep on doing it. You know what I mean? Because you guys give me strength, and I didn't realize until I took that little 2-week break while I was traveling, like how much this show really means to me, or what it does for me and my sanity, so to speak. You know what I mean? I look forward to Tuesday nights because I know that somebody's going to give me a laugh. Julia's going to have his jokes about my Knicks, or somebody's going to be having this conversation about that and this, So and we got people like Erica Janelle that just, like you said, would act the fool. So I really look forward to it, man, and I feel truly blessed and honored that people feel that they could be vulnerable and they could joke with me like that. Because people know also, they know that there's levels to how they could joke with me as well. You know what I mean? So understanding those boundaries, whatever, but I'm very appreciative, bro.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Listen, if you could have anybody, I'm gonna ask about two guests. They might be the same person, but we're gonna see what's happening. If you could have any guest on here, what would be the most inspirational guest that you would want to have on the Marvin Bennett Jr. show?
Inspirational guest. Let me see. Wow, that's a good one. The most inspirational, regardless of anything else. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have to go with my Jersey boy. Um, just thinking off the top of my head because I wasn't prepared for this, but I would love to be able to chop it up with Jon Stewart. I absolutely love Jon Stewart. Uh, Everything that I get from politics has come from him. like, like Jon Stewart, he's a Jersey cat. I love everything about Jon Stewart, man. I would really love to be able to sit and talk with maybe Jon Stewart, and who took over his show for him, Trevor Noah. Somebody else had mentioned that on a couple of episodes years ago when I was asked that question. They was like, "Yeah, I would really love to see you chop it up with Trevor Noah." So probably Jon Stewart, and he could bring along Trevor Noah with him.
Yo, 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 what's up, Bell?
Yo, what's good, Bell?
What's the deal?
Chilling.
What I miss? What I miss?
Not just the
Nothing,
intro.
man.
He
We're
asked
not
me
getting the
different
party
questions.
started till you get
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
man. You ain't
Oh,
missed
okay,
nothing.
okay.
Yeah, that's some good. That's some good answers, man. So now I want to ask him about another guest, man. So
Mhm.
if you had a chance to be selfish and
Mhm.
if you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah.
who would you have on if you could have any? I'm just gonna be straight. If you could have a lovely lady on the show, who would you choose?
Everybody already know the answer to that question. My
Neil
boo.
Long?
Nah, my boo-boo. Come on,
Who?
man. Sanaa Lathan.
Oh, so now I always get them confused.
I keep telling everybody I got to introduce it. We're posting our stories. Everybody got their laughs and jokes and whatnot. Well, we really got a thing going on. You know what I'm saying? I just can't go public with it yet. You know, she's not ready to go public. She got
supposed to be getting married, right? Y'all supposed to be getting married or something. I heard that.
On a date right now, bro.
I heard that.
So I would love to have my boo on here.
This nigga crazy. Crazy for real.
Let me put that one up there.
Everybody know that goes without saying, man.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Mental health issues.
Oh my God. Sanaa Lathan. What would be the first question you would ask Sanaa Lathan? I got to hear this. Talk to it.
When can we go public?
This nigga crazy.
When can we make
aware? Is she aware of this?
Yeah, man, she's aware. She's aware of our relationship. You know what I mean?
A friend of a friend of a friend gonna show her this shit. And she gonna be in your
dude. I'm telling you, I would be like third grade if she ever popped in one of these shows and be like, excuse me, I heard such and such. Like, what? Show over. No, she ain't. It's nothing but love over here, yo. That's my brown
Lathan. If somebody knows Sanaa Lathan, man, get on the Erica said she gonna have you locked up. She gonna have you locked up, man.
That's my brown sugar.
That's your brown.
What's her last movie?
She's actually working on one overseas right now.
Damn, this nigga know everything. Shit.
Yeah, we can't really go into details about that.
That was a test, Mar. You wasn't supposed to know that shit.
Yo, what's good, Joe?
Fanatic for real.
Yeah, but John, that's because you don't know. I don't think y'all met before. This is my man Bell. This is my right hand man Bell. This is my bro John, man. He do his own show and podcast too as well, bro.
No, salute. You did you tell 40?
Nah.
What?
I should let 40 know. I just saw 40 like last week.
Yeah, he told me. I talked to him Sunday. I just talked to him Saturday. I was on the Zoom call with him and Pastor Corey and everybody.
Oh, you did it again?
Yeah.
He ain't telling me about it.
I wonder why.
They don't want me back? What the fuck I say? My shit was inspirational. Come on now. Powerful. You gotta pay for my advice.
Yeah. Hey man, I know you 5 seasons in, man. I know you feel like you didn't touch a little bit of everything, man. But what's a topic you think that you haven't really touched yet that you still kind of want to dive into on the show?
Man, it's what's near and dear to my heart that I really, really want to talk about. That it seems that I can't because people are like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll be a part of that show, but nobody wants to do it. Is why do people choose to ignore red flags when it comes to relationships, whether it comes to friendships, whatever? We see red flags all the time, but people choose to ignore them. But then you act like you surprised by them when you seen it. That's something that just baffles my mind. That's one thing. The ins and outs of relationships, but and the reason that is so difficult is because so many people are in relationships, and the people that are in relationships, a lot of them not gonna feel comfortable talking about the vulnerabilities of those relationships because they don't want no problems, no beef. And you know, all I want to do is have real conversations. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear the fluff, and I don't want to hear the politically correct and all that there. I want to know what pisses you off about her or him, or vice versa. And how do you guys keep on making that thing work in spite of? But you know, it's real hard for people, because that's the thing about it. We can watch a sitcom together, whether it be Love and Basketball or Brown Sugar. There's certain thoughts that you have, if you with your significant other, you got to keep to yourself. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You want to say all the time, and those are the kind of conversations I'll be wanting to have. Those conversations that you have with yourself in your head, because you can't have it. But once you put it out there to the universe, so to speak, now, you know what I mean? You kind of make yourself a target. Erica said she'll be on that show. Oh, and then another one that I've been trying to get for Jew is being a Christian versus being a believer. I believe that's a show that needs to be done as well, because I get tired of people in the church, so to speak. I've always said that this is not, even though I consider myself a Christian, this is not a church show. It never will be, because we have all.
I think they know that by now. 2 minutes in, they like, oh no, it's blasphemy. Lord, up in this.
Yeah, but I think that we really need to have that conversation, because I do believe that there's a big difference between a Christian and a believer. You can believe in God, but that doesn't make you a Christian, and vice versa. So I really want to go into depths in that in the future as well.
Man, that sounds like a dope show, man. That sounds like a dope show, man.
You got to find some people on both sides that can express what they really feel about it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, because the people feeling attacked, man, they're gonna come in with that defensive energy. So
Exactly.
come with some people that want to really have some conversations. Yeah.
We need to break down.
And then if you know the history of the show, you already know. Like I said, I don't do messy, and I'm never attacking anybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, we could agree to disagree. So I tell people all the time, I can't help people with what I call internal problems, because you consider me to be intimidating. If you consider me to be intimidating, that has nothing at all to do with me. You hear what I mean?
Not on this show. They can't get that from your show, Marv. Nah, your show ain't like that. All they gotta do is watch a couple episodes. They'll figure out that it's just conversations, real talk.
Well, Erica said I'm starting to pod about that. Actually, I have to record a few episodes before it drops. Being a believer who's a freak is something that needs to be talked about. Okay. Let the church say amen.
Wait. Rewind that. Can you pull that back up? What's a believer?
You missed it. It was up there for a long time.
No. I was processing. What's a believer that's a freak? I don't. What freaky believer? Erica, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just trying to understand.
Come on, man. You don't think Puff love the Lord?
Huh?
You don't think Diddy love the Lord?
Yeah, but Diddy wasn't on this podcast. I mean, this interview said that shit.
No, it does the point. That's the whole point. Come at, like what the church say, come as you are. If you're a freak and you're a believer, let's talk about it.
You said Diddy loved. What?
He love him more if you get a mistrial.
I know that's right. They keep trying. They got shot down for the second time.
Diddy love the Lord.
Oh man. What's that? No Diddy,
man. Well, man, how do you stay motivated, man, to keep creating content? Man, 5 years, man. That's 60 months.
Yeah, man.
I'm like 260 weeks. Man, that's a grind.
It's just in my nature, man. I think back all the way to like high school. Playing quarterback in high school, man. It's like I got used to that. And even outside of high school, I remember, almost having like a Dion moment. You got Dion, then you got prime time, and it was like I remember people would tell me, "Oh man, if I'd known you weren't coming to class today, I'd have cut," or different things of that nature. So it was like it let me know people appreciated my humor, so to speak, and different things. Like my presence made a difference, and I carry that in every facet of my life. You know what I mean? Knowing that if I show up, I'm gonna give you my best. And at this age, even when I'm not at my best, you're still gonna get my best and allowing people to, help me get through what it is that I'm going through. I have loved ones that I've lost. I've been through divorce. I've been through different things as a father. I've been through, the ups and downs of being a brother, being a friend, different things in life. But one thing I always forgot who it was because I'm everything is sports with me. But I remember seeing somebody say, "Just keep showing up," and that's exactly what I try to do to the best of my ability.
What's up, man? I'm gonna hit you with one more question, man, and then I'm gonna let you and Bell take over the show, man, and have some real conversation. But hey, man, what's a message from either a listener or somebody that was watching, or just somebody that was impacted by the show? What's a message from them that has really stuck with you over these 5 years?
Oh man, that's I like that question too. One of the ones that really blessed me was I'm not going to share who sent it to me, but they they just talked about the show, how much the show meant to them, and different things of that nature. There that really stuck with me. I meant to have it pulled up earlier because I wanted to read it again. Oh, here it is. It say, "Hey, the Marvin Bennett Jr. Show has been a tremendous support for me, especially during challenging times. As I strive to build my self-worth, I've come to understand that authenticity is key. Your consistent display of authenticity on every show and in every interaction is truly inspiring and refreshing. Your willingness to be vulnerable has been a beacon of light on my journey. The show has been a source of healing, inspiration, laughter, and valuable life lessons for me. It encourages me to broaden my perspective, navigate my own challenges, and celebrate my triumphs. Through your guests and your discussions, I've learned about resilience, love, and the importance of staying to oneself. The episode featuring Miss Cookies, who we'll be back on to, were particularly impactful. Her embody her embodiment of self-love and self-acceptance quality struggles with deeply resonated with me. Additionally, the episode with the interracial couple left a lasting impression. The way the woman spoke about her husband with such profound respect, love, and tenderness was incredibly moving and inspirational. On a lighter note, one of the episodes that sparked the idea of me becoming an Airbnb nomad. Can you imagine that? It was fun to explore that idea. Marvin, thank you for using your platform to share your talents with the world. The lessons and inspirations from your show will stay with us always. And it's funny because he was actually talking about Kev, bro. Kev talking about, living on the road.
Yeah, man, he out there getting it, man. He is out there getting it, man. Wait, we got time for one more question, man. Erica with a question. Let's check it out. How did you still get on here even when you were still going through stuff and still be encouraging? Heavy emphasis on still.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, to be honest, and it's no pat on my back, but that's just how I grew up. That's just how I'm built. You know what I mean? Like whether I would have pain or not, I still got to show up to play. I gotta get underneath that center. Pause. You know what I mean? I got to show up to play the game. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter what I'm going through. And I remember, like I said, everything goes back to football to me. I can remember having beefs with, different receivers, running backs, some of my teammates at times. But when we on that field, I'm not going to not throw you because we beefing. Like I care more about winning. You know what I'm saying? So I got to show up. Now once it comes up 0-0, we can get back to being petty or whatever. But when it's time to show up for people, and then like I said, with that message that I just read, and different people encouraging me, I feel like I'm obligated to show up, whether I want to or not, because people are dependent on me, even if it's just for an hour a week or whatever the case may be.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, party people, the show is not over. We
Mhm.
still celebrating 5 years of the Marvin Bennett Jr. show.
Salute.
Y'all,
Yeah.
give him some applause.
Clap that shit up for my man.
Yeah, that's what But hey, bro, man, thank you for having me on really quick, man. I'm gonna relinquish the control back over to the true host, man. But congratulations again, man. And we're gonna do some things this year, man. We're gonna do some things.
But
So.
man, like I said, right before you get out of here, bro, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate LJ, man. You're a part of my heart. I was kind of broken heart. I was sad a little bit that we didn't get a chance to link up a couple weeks ago when I was in that area, but we would definitely link up in the future, man. I really appreciate you, man. I thank you for all your help. I thank you for all your advice and just always being a text or phone call away, man. You don't know how much that means to me, bro. I love you for that, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you too, bro, man. We locked in, man. We locked in. So,
No doubt.
man, we'll talk soon. Let me catch this meet. But y'all, man, keep rocking on, man. Keep them
No
straight,
doubt.
Bell.
Salute, John.
All right, Bill, you can take over the host. He handed it to me. I'm handing it to you.
Oh, boy, you put me
Hey,
on the
what's
spot. You
good,
ain't give me
fella?
that much time. Let me start by saying my aunt that threatened you said happy anniversary. To tell you happy anniversary and shit.
Tell her I appreciate it, man.
Nah, she don't want you to say anything back. She just still don't like you, Ma. Still want to kill you.
And my condolences to the family too, man. I
Oh
seen it.
yeah. That's one of my favorite. I got two favorite aunts. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, man.
She
Condolences.
good though. Pat is good. Very no, she really funny. Really funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what questions. I might just be repeating the same old questions and shit.
Nah, he only asked me a few. You only missed a few. And if you did, I'll let you know.
What point? What's your number one point you want to get across on this show? Something people that don't know too much, or too much about you that you haven't said on the show or you spoke on. That's like three different questions right there.
Yeah. That's hard because I'm like nothing for me, and I've said that since day one. When it comes to me, I don't need for you to agree with me. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't care what people really think about me. And I've been told by different people, like, that's not the way you should be. You got a minister, you got a call in your life and different things. But I really don't care what people think about me. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be free. You know what I mean? So there's no subject that's off topic. There's nothing that I won't discuss or be real with about. You know what I mean? The only thing that I don't necessarily go into depths is about my relationship with my ex-wife, and we're cool and we, whatnot. That's the only thing I don't really talk about. And the only reason that I don't talk about that is not because I'm scared to talk about it or I don't want to talk about it. It's just that I'm respectful and I'm mindful of that's my son's mother. So I got to be careful of what I say, you know what I mean, pertaining to their moms. Other than that, there's nothing that's off topic.
Yeah, you can't do that Cardi B Offset shit, all that.
Yes, we definitely not doing that like that.
Yeah, that ain't really black people stuff anyway. That's white celebrity. That's not really our thing.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be getting down. We shouldn't be doing that type of stuff. What let me see something here. Let me come up with a different question. What other than Sanaa, what celebrity guest would you like to have on the show?
Oh man, in a perfect world, male or female?
Yeah, male or female. Don't make a difference.
In a perfect world, my goat. That's Dave Chappelle, man. I would just let her have a regular conversation with Dave Chappelle. That would be like.
It wouldn't be a regular conversation, though.
Exactly.
That nigga don't do regular conversations. Shit, that should be some shit go viral type shit.
Yeah, I would definitely love to chop it up with Dave.
You know, I ran into. You said I ran into 40, right? He told you I ran into him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not Jake had told me. Jake had told me y'all was down there because I knew y'all was going down there. But Jake told me, y'all got a chance to link up and everything.
Yeah, we had my sister, my nephew's graduation party, and he told you Raheem Morris walked up in there.
Nah.
Yeah. He apparently he knows one of my sister friends. We went to school with him. I don't know. I told you we went to school with him.
All right.
Yeah, him and Ra.
Did he remember the fight? Did he remember the fight?
I ain't bring up the fight. What I don't bring up the fight for? Nigga say, "Oh yeah, you got the last hit," and I start that shit all over. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Plus, that nigga bigger now and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He was smaller than Ra at the time. Now he a football coach. He bigger now. Yeah. Nah, but he remember Ra. He called his father. His father. We called his father on FaceTime. Showed.
Oh
wow.
Father
He knew Ra right away. Like that's Raheem. That shit was good as yeah. He showed some love. That's that old school stuff.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay,
Shout out to 40.
What, you ain't talking about it? You ain't talking about the show?
Nah, man, because I got disconnected from the live that we was on, and then we talked for a minute, and he had something going on with the kids and was gonna call me back, but he never called me back, and I've been ripping and running ever since.
What's the purpose of your show? Is it to bring people together, get people updated, inspire? Just tell me. There doesn't have to be one answer. Just give me all the answers or some whatever pops in your head.
It's sort of all of the above. One thing, the biggest takeaway that I want people to get from myself, the show, our conversations is learn how to be comfortable being yourself. Learn how to be comfortable being in your own skin. You know what I mean? Because we all go through different facets of life. We all go through. But learn how to keep on showing up for yourself each and every day. All days won't be good days, but any day that we're above the ground, that's a good day. You know what I mean? So learn how to be comfortable within yourself. Yo, what's good, Fa? Learn how to be comfortable within yourself and learn how to be vulnerable with one another. Let's learn how to, take that defensive wall down sometime. That's one thing I like about when you guys are on here and, Jake and them was on a couple weeks ago when Stucky on and different things of that nature there. It's like, you don't have to be filtered. You don't have to be defensive. You know what I mean? You need people in your life that challenge you, you know what I mean, to bring out the best in you and allow people. One of the things that I've learned at this particular age here is allowing the people that God has placed in your life to be there for you. You don't have to go through all these different things alone. You know what I mean? God has placed people in your life for a reason. Use them, not in a negative way, but use them for the purpose that He has placed them in your life. And I don't think, as far as many of us, we really get that because we want to be strong, we want to be tough, we don't want to be vulnerable. We could do this by ourselves, but no, we all need help, bro. We all need help.
People not meant to be alone.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the things. What was your highest rated show and why you think it was?
That's one of the ones I was telling John about. The highest rated show that we've had, well, it's actually two. When I think about it, it's two. And the highest rated one on Facebook was the third show that I did in 2020 in the month of December for my bishop who passed away that year. We had over 1,500 people watching that live on Facebook while the show was actually going on. That wasn't even counting the views of the playback and YouTube and everything else.
Sometimes CNN don't even have 1,500 people watching.
Yeah, it blew my mind when I seen the 1K up there. I was like, that must be a typo. That's what I was thinking in my head. Like that, 1,000 people don't even know about this show, but it was 1,000 people watching it, and I think it was that impactful because it just spoke to the man that he was. You know what I mean? He was that inspirational and that impactful for so many people. I know people that don't even go to church was like, when I would tell them who he was, and they'd be like, "Oh, you mean that church on Springfield Avenue with the big old sign that say, 'Are you ready to meet God?'" You know what I mean? And I always remember him sharing with me that was one of the reasons that he put that sign up there on Springfield Avenue. It didn't say the church name. It didn't say his name. It just asked that simple question: Are you ready to meet God? He said because no matter who, whether they walk through that church door or not, when they read that question, when they read that billboard, they would have to ask themselves that question. And so many, it was so impactful. So he's reaching people without even trying to reach people.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very pivotal.
Put a powerful thought in your put a powerful thought in your mind. Now, what's your flip side? Your lowest rated show that you think. Well, what one of your shows that you thought was really really good, but didn't get that much. I don't want to call it viewership, whatever. That one of your favorite topics that didn't blow up the way, it didn't move the way you wanted to move.
Probably one of the Black History episodes.
Which one was that on?
When I was talking to a guy from Florida, my man George Stanley, that I had met through a previous job, and we were just talking about different racial. He was talking about growing up in the South and just how dramatic it was. Because we were trying to talk. We was kind of talking about or discussing how how racism is everywhere, but it's different in as opposed in the South than it is up north, and so to speak. And I used to always talk about that even when I lived in Little Rock. People know I've lived in Little Rock, Arkansas. That was like people that's where I learned the word culture shock because it was definitely like that was an old experience in itself.
And you was there a while back too. You was there some years ago when it was worse.
Yeah. So I tell people the biggest takeaway that I had from them was like we got racism too, but the one thing that I and this is just my perspective from the outside looking in, it's like the difference is when it comes to Southern racism, they're the type of people that have you come over their house for dinner, and then as soon as you leave, they throwing the dishes away. Whereas up north, like, no, we're not doing that. We know not to go to Clark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
We know different places don't go to. They know not to come to Newark. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that racism doesn't exist, but even when I think about in terms of when I talk about when I do shows and I'm talking about segregation and desegregation, I'm almost like Marcus Garvey and them. I kind of wish we did have that option to where we had black only places and we had white only places, because I've always been the type of person that I work hard for my money. So why would I want to spend my money when I think about I'm right here in Greensboro, North Carolina now. You get to go to the Woolworths where the Greensboro 4 was at, where they got the milk poured on them and the dogs and everything else. You get to go literally see the spot. And my thing is, why in the world would I want to go eat at an establishment that doesn't want me there? Yeah. I don't know what they're doing to my food. So I work too hard for my money. I don't want to spend my money nowhere that somebody doesn't want. I'm not gonna make you take my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, force you. Yeah, I think African Americans like 1.3 trillion to the economy every year. 1.2, 1.5 trillion, something like that.
It's crazy how
like that money. Yeah, it's a lot of power. African Americans have a lot of power. That money will circulate in black communities. It'll generate power, like true power. That's well, the money's a power. You just got to know how to keep it and use it.
Yeah. But that was to answer go back to your last question. That was the Facebook live, the most views. But the live is on the YouTube channel was the first time Stucky was on. We had 300 people watch that night, yo.
That I was about to ask you, who was your funniest guest?
Oh, man, you already know the answer.
Oh yeah, he got it though. But he probably the funniest. He one of the funniest though. I give it to him. I can't. If he was here, I wouldn't be saying that shit.
Exactly.
I can't get that nigga no credit to his face. It was terrible.
I had people from West Side, people that had seen Stuck in 20. They were like, "Oh my God, he is still the same. He is still a fool."
Nah, Stucky ain't changed.
Stucky ain't gonna never change.
I gotta catch him. He hit me, but I was on my way out. I gotta catch him.
And it was funny too, because somebody had texted me after that show, right? They was like, When you asked him about the second time he died, was that like a real question or was y'all being funny? I said no. He really like I call him Mr. Cat. Like Stucky being dead. I don't know how many.
Why don't he ask about the second? Why ain't ask about the third, the fourth? Could have kept going. We could do a show on each one of his
or each one of his lives
situations. Yeah, each one of the situations. That's you get a trilogy off for that. You get part.
Word up.
You get a whole month worth of get a whole month of material just from Stucky crazy stuff.
No doubt.
What's my next one? See, you threw me on the spot, man. You ain't give me enough time to prepare, man.
My fault, man. I'm telling you, man. I've been ripping and running. It took me what was supposed to be a 4-day trip up there. Took me like 2.5 weeks to get back here with all the rain and everything else going on.
How long you stayed in Virginia? And you should have been home like 8 hours. You was DC, Virginia,
we ain't gonna talk
North Carolina.
It was all eventful. You know what I mean? We had a good time.
When did you get home?
Wednesday. Last Wednesday.
Wednesday. You told what a 9-hour drive into 2 weeks?
like only I could do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I got to see some family. I got to see some people I hadn't seen in years, man. It was a blast, man. I had a real good time, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm glad to see every time I come on, I see people from that I don't really see. I don't, I mean, I don't get to see that much.
It's funny that you would even say that. Look who in the comments now. Fi said Stucky know everybody in New Jersey. Like
he
literally.
Does. He ain't lying.
Look at this name right here, Bell.
Oh my God.
That's Baldwin. William Baldwin. Hey, what's good, Baldwin?
Damn, you be pulling it back. You gonna get everybody here. You gonna get West Side, Valsburg, Airport, East Orange, Arkansas, South Carolina in the house.
Yeah, man. North Carolina, Florida, Maryland. Shout out to
Oh,
PZ.
damn, he said Stucky was the best dancer in the crew. Stolen car. He's a stolen car expert. You lock it up and all that. I don't know, but I don't know. I thought Fu might have been the best dancer. I ain't sure.
What's good, B? I'm supposed to be up there next month, man. Hopefully we get together and see each other, man. Break some bread or something, bro.
What's the deal with what's your the deal with some other celebrities coming on here?
Man, it's I would love to, but now 5 years later, it's like everybody got a podcast.
Damn sure they can't. They don't have time to come on no podcast because they got their own podcast.
Exactly, and they ain't trying to come on for free. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like that's why I always say, shout out to Dupre Kelly, councilman in the West Ward there in Newark.
So them good, they just good people.
Red. Yeah, him and Red. For him and Red to come on and spend some time talking with us. You know what I mean? That was cool deals. I'm really trying to get Red back on. Just so we can give him his flowers and you know how much he mean to Newark and everything else. Oh, that's a good one.
Red is back too. Red making it back. Back again. That's a good one. What were you about to say?
Now, Fi said Stucky, then Suge, then Fu. Suge somebody I need to get on here.
Yeah, you got to get
Suge is another one I got to get on here, man.
Yeah, I forgot about Suge.
Uh-huh.
Suge with the no rude boy thing. All that stuff.
Erica said she a celebrity. All right,
what you got,
Erica? I'm gonna have you go on Miss EJ for to represent the celebrities. But yeah, man, like you said, in this climate, it's just so hard to really get people on celebrities anyway that you don't have a relationship with because nowadays everybody, we just seen the whole thing with Marlon Wayne's $20,000 to do Vlad TV and all like I ain't paying nobody nothing. Not because I ain't paying nobody. I just ain't got to pay.
Nah.
We just have a conversation. You know what I mean? I ain't got it like that to be paying people to be on here.
Yeah, nah, ain't nobody like they got a movie coming out. No, I ain't advertising. What was the hardest show you had to do? Most sensitive, hardest show you thought you had to do?
I don't know. I would probably, to be honest, not even trying to sound arrogant, I probably think the hardest show that I had to do probably might have been like the first one because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. You should know.
I didn't have no blueprint. So after that, it was just like, okay, well, I got one out the way. I guess I could just kind of keep rolling. I don't really feel like any of them really been difficult. Like I said, the one, it wasn't difficult, but I would think the most emotional one, the one that was most draining for me was probably the end of 2021. The Lord had gave me a word to share with the viewers in like that last show of that particular year. And I went back and watched the playback. I didn't even remember everything that I had shared or how emotional I was in that episode. But yeah, that one was like, wow. When I watched
the word,
myself,
what was the word?
It was more or less about using this time that we're in. It was more or less about using the time that we have right now to really be intentional. And I say that at the end of every week, being intentional about the time that we have left, really getting to know our creator on a personal level. Forget about the titles in church, forget about district missionary and this here and that there, pastor, bishop, apostle. Because you can have those titles, but that don't mean that you have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
So get back to the essential things. Know that people know that there is a creator. He does love you, and he desires to have a relationship with you. But, and that's a topic for another show too. But I think a lot of times what we do is we get misconstrued is our relationship with God versus the relationship that God would want to have with us. Those are two completely different things.
Yeah, it's perspective on our on a human side.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing is understanding. Off topic. What about your sorry ass Knicks, man? What's going on with them niggas? Why y'all niggas was celebrating before when y'all made to the conference finals?
Because they're idiots. That's it. Oh man, now I finally realized why I wasn't going through. All right, my bad, y'all. I got the link coming. That's exactly what it was, bro. Because they idiots.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all fired the coach. That wasn't a good move either, man.
I was actually ecstatic. I was glad.
You glad, Tom Thibodeau?
Yeah. I didn't like Tibbs under no circumstances whatsoever.
He's a good defensive coach.
And that's what everybody that was my whole argument. Because everybody keeps saying that, right? But they was eating us up on they was eating us up on defense. They was killing us defensively. And I'm not saying that he's a bad coach. I just don't like his style of coaching. You know what I mean? Because we have no flow to the offense even before the trade happened. Like, why is Julius Randle bringing the ball up, bro? He ain't got no handles like that. Like, why is this dude bringing the ball up? And we got Jalen Brunson at the time.
Because he probably said, if y'all don't pass me the ball, I'm gonna knock y'all niggas out. And they gave him the ball, and he bought that. That's like telling Anthony Mason. And Anthony Mason said, "Give me the ball." Rest in peace. They're gonna give him the ball. They got to see that dude. They got to see that dude in the locker room.
I forgot one of the semicolons. That's why I was having a hard time coming through earlier, yo.
Well, you sending links out?
Yeah.
All right.
Big Five just said send him the link.
You jump on? Yeah. Salute.
But yeah, man. I said it when we was up there. I was up there in the backyard, man. I told him, I said, yo, one, I didn't know that we was gonna lose the series. I said we definitely was gonna lose game one because and I posted it on Facebook. You ain't on Facebook no more. But I'm like, yo, y'all need to stop all this celebrating, yo. Y'all beat Boston. You got 2 more series to win.
That
won the championship yet.
I don't blame the team. The team wasn't doing that. It was the fans just and those probably new fans. They ain't you know what I mean? They ain't old school Knicks fans. Those like the new play 2K, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
I
know
just
basketball. They don't watch basketball, they just play 2K and watch highlights. Them type of fans and stuff like that. Then make the playoffs and they go to the game and think they supposed to act rowdy and stuff like that.
Nah, it was old fans. It was new fans, all above, bro. Like, you gotta realize, I keep telling people I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I ain't going nowhere. But we've never seen the Knicks win a championship in my lifetime unless I'm playing a video game. So of course they losing their mind. And it kind of showed what I said too before the series even ended. It sounded like Monday morning quarterback now, but I was saying this earlier before the playoffs even started. I said, it's almost like, and I'm not knocking on the players. I'm not saying that this is what it is. It almost seemed like though, like we was a team that was constructed to beat Boston. After we beat Boston, they thought, okay, now we can just kind of take our foot off the no, we can't take your foot off the gas. You still got two more series to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw a picture
in Boston, but you still got two more series. That's not the end all be all. That's not winning a championship. You know what I mean?
I saw a picture of Kevin Durant in a Knicks jersey.
Yeah, that's been the talk, man. But I don't know. I think that shit might have sell. You know what I mean? Because I seen an article. I didn't get a chance to read it though. Maybe about a week and a half ago, where they were talking about how he was kind of talking about the first time around when he was supposed to come to the Knicks and he wound up going to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
because of him and Dolan's interview or whatever the case may be. So I don't know that that's done. You know what I mean? So that's still a facet too.
Yeah,
people been talking about Giannis and all that. Then it was like I like Giannis, but I don't like. I think if we got Giannis, that would be like the Carmelo situation all over again. I think that we would have to give up too much to get Giannis to be in New York.
Or y'all could just wait for him. Because what do you have left? Like 2 years on his deal?
Yeah, 2 more years.
Left. Y'all can just wait for him. Wait. Y'all not give too much up for him. Some draft picks or something like that. It'll make a difference. Boston or San Antonio winning the next year. Not Boston. I think Dallas they healthy. Dallas San Antonio might win it next year. Especially if Giannis goes there. Because they got the stuff to give him up. They could get him. So they got like 9 draft picks and a whole bunch of players they could throw in there.
Yeah, they I definitely don't see Dallas. They're gonna be too young. Depends on what they do in this offseason.
Why are they too young? With Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving? They were just in the finals last year.
I ain't sold on AD.
That's what I'm saying. If he get hurt the first half of the season and then he healthy the second half of the season, he's still a good player. I give it to him. He could do everything. He just stay healthy. That's about it.
I call that what's his name? I call him Mr. Glass, a Samuel L. Jackson character.
Yeah. Did you see the new Tyler Perry movie everybody talking about?
Yeah, man.
How is it? I ain't watching. I'm getting mixed reviews.
It's all about your perspective. You know what I mean?
Is it?
Oh my God, it's the best Tyler Perry movie ever.
He's still doing He Hate Black Men shit. He ain't doing that.
Nah, for
niggas
one,
ain't shit.
And that's what it's funny that you would even ask that because the one person I seen they review, they was talking about, I'm convinced after this movie, Tyler Perry doesn't like black women. He hates black women. So that was the one aspect of it that I kind of dug about this movie because this was like the first Tyler Perry movie that I seen that he wasn't hating on the brothers.
No. He had the other one where he's just out, but ours is like best one to me.
You see that the one dude,
the other one, the gangster one and shit. Yeah, I know.
Even Idris was a convicted felon.
I know.
Fighting for his 3 daughters.
Yeah.
It's like
that was the closest.
This was the only one that I've seen
without the stereotype shit.
Yeah, it wasn't none of that in it. This was just all about the black woman. So,
and he hates it.
Emotional for people that like emotional movies or like Hallmark movies. I can see how a lot of people liked it. I wasn't moved by it. You know what I mean? It was just something to watch to me. Would I watch it again? No. But
I don't think I've done this movie twice.
you know, to each his own. Yeah, see me, I was always a big fan of his plays. I was never really big into the the movies.
The plays was the joint that put them on. A bootleg when shit niggas was VHS or DVDs when that nigga came out.
I had the bootleg VHS.
That's what I'm saying. He VHS days.
I was selling them ones, yeah.
Yeah. And doing Symphony Hall type joints and all that shit.
Yeah. That's what I was like. I didn't even pay. It took me years before I actually watched the movie. Like the best movie to me, me personally, of course, was the one with my boo in it, Sanaa, A Family That Pray Together. And the reason I like that one so much because that's the only character that I've ever seen her play that I never want to watch that movie again. Like she killed that role as that, you know, the bitch. she plays that bitch role cool.
She a professional, man.
Yeah.
Fellas.
No, what's goody?
No, I want to go back to this joker talking about my Knicks.
Oh, I forgot about. Go ahead, man. Say your piece, man. It ain't gonna be too much you gonna say. Ain't too much you can say.
Well, first we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with what's going on, fellas. How y'all doing, man?
What's the deal with you?
I'm all right, Bill. Life is life, man. Everything all right.
Where you at, Skeeter? You in VA?
Yes, sir.
Oh, salute.
Yeah, salute. I think Marv may be about you in Greensboro, so you about 3 hours from me, Marv.
All right.
I'm guessing. Let me see. How far are you from Greensville? I know White Boy about 3 hours from me.
Greensville probably about 2.5, 3 hours.
Who the white boy? What white boy y'all talking about?
Ty.
Oh, okay, all right.
Ty in Greensville. Suge is in Concord,
Virginia.
Yeah, no, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, Suge about about an hour and a half from me.
Right. Did I just got off the phone with Ronnie? Not even about hour ago.
Damn, y'all niggas got every state. Niggas can stop just shack up in every state.
Yeah.
On the floor and shit.
Yeah, I told him you always can stop by. Ain't nobody here but me and wifey.
How she doing?
She, good days and bad days, but she's still here, man. My son just got married 2 weeks ago.
Much love to kill.
Yeah.
How old your son now, Skeeter? Like what, 20?
32? 30. Yeah.
Man, your son older than my son.
Yeah, he's 30, man. Got 2 kids.
Salute to the married man.
Yes, sir.
Not you, Marv.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, don't bring that up.
To all the men that was married.
Don't even bring that up. Don't even say Marv and marriage in the same sentence. You don't even want to do that.
Wow. The nigga was married. The nigga married me.
He was. But it's a forgettable moment in time that you want to forget about. You want to forget about all that stuff. Marv, I'm a little upset with you right now, Marv.
What's up?
Because the show me and Julian was on should be in the top 3.
He asked me the top 1. He didn't ask me like my top 3, top 5.
Yo.
He asked you about some of your best shows. That's plural.
Okay.
And you named a couple of them. And you ain't say our show.
Nah, it definitely was. It definitely was up there. It definitely ranks up there. And I've been trying to get Drew back on every since. Drew, he act like he camera shy now. He just like to hide out in the comments.
Well, Trump messed with a lot of stuff, so I don't think the satellite gonna work out there where he at right now.
You stupid as hell. Yo, Skeeter, you. I don't even try to compete with Samaj. Like I say my little shit, then I go high. I can't fuck with Samaj.
You can't compete. It ain't a competition with Samaj because you got to think a lot of what he say. There's no rhyme or reason, but it be funny. You know what I mean? So there's no competition with him. You know what I mean?
No lie.
Freestyling.
That joker showed up to like every club in last summer, every club joint. You just like was that in Lincoln Park. Like every club joint I was at, Stucky shows up.
Mm-hmm. What else my wife friend. Do, Bell?
No, I be out far somewhere. And he just shows up.
Listen,
Stucky don't drive. He don't drive.
But he
don't ride a bike.
He never drove, but he was at every party. How you think he know everybody?
This nigga just showed up and came over about us, Next thing I know, all my white friends just laughing. They start dancing, just laughing. I'm coming back with some food. Like, damn, nigga.
He is a people person, right? Sometimes he can get a little too buzzed. 99% of the time, he's a people person, man.
The nigga got
You know what I mean?
stories for days, man.
Whether they lie or the truth, he got a story.
Yeah, no,
Right.
but you know the truth, Skeeter.
Right, you had to be there though.
That's what I'm saying. All his stories are unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you put in the book, he'd be like, get this James Bond shit out of here. This
Right.
black dude
The train was real. The bus was real. All that really happened.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
The shit
that
in the
was
paper,
real.
the eyewitness.
Man,
I'm
you know
like,
what's
they trying to
crazy
get
though,
my
man?
killed.
I'm happy to see. You know, sometimes I'll be listening to Marv and he bring back moments back. You know,
That you
playing the
forgot
game
about?
at your house or whatever. And I think now, like everybody, because none of us knew what the hell we was gonna be when we got in our late 40s and 50s.
Nah, niggas couldn't see
Some
that.
of us ain't even think we was gonna get to be here. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but a lot of
now
us
that we here, I
ain't here.
really. This is why I try to keep in contact via Facebook or whatever with people because I like to see us still progress. I like to see us still be here. You know what I mean?
And still looking like we do. You know what I mean? That's what I was telling them. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of we lost a lot of people along the way. You know, rest in peace, our boy. We all love him, fool, man.
Yeah,
that's one thing. When John asked me earlier about somebody that he ain't asked me like dead or alive, but somebody that's gone that I really wish could be a part of this, man. I would really love to have seen Fool on here, man. Like, I be missing Fool, man.
I think what hurt me the most about Fool was how he left here.
Yeah.
He wasn't committing a crime. He wasn't involved in the fight. He wasn't, you know what I mean? It's trying to be a good person is why he not here no more. You know what I mean? Trying to stop some violence. I think that's what hurt the most. Like, it's easy to say, gone too soon, but I think it's the how for me. You know what I mean? Like, if he would have been out here sticking up and got shot, I still would have had remorse, but maybe not as much. You know what I mean? If it would have been a drug transaction, it would have been anything other than he trying to stop a fight and he ended up being the one who died.
Yeah.
That I think hurt me the most about what happened to Fu. Because Fu was the plug, man. He was the link to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was the link from Alexander to Carolina. He was the link to 16th Avenue and 14th Street. He was the link to the club, to the party. He had the car. He was the link. You know what I'm saying?
He's the plug.
Right. He was the link to Tone Squeeze and that part of the family. You know, like he was the plug. He was the plug, man. You know?
Believe it or not,
that dude.
Funny how God worked. But believe it or not, I tell people all the time, the people that know me and Bell, they never believe it. I'm like, yo, me and Bell never had a conversation whatsoever when we went to West Side together. Like, me and Bell ain't link up to after, to the airport. You know what I mean? Me and Bell.
I can believe that. I mean, you with them Kango hats and them Kwame pants and stuff. People probably was like, you know what I mean? He probably ain't know what to say to you and stuff, And then Bell, he ain't want his headband or his wristband to get out of place. So he ain't want to really shake too many hands or nothing like that.
Nigga, I was Black Power back then. I was ex-clanning and shit.
Man, I don't know what you was doing, but I know when you showed up to the game, you had on a knee pad, elbow pad, a headband. It all matched too. You know what I mean? It all got to be Nike with the emblem facing the same way. I ain't never seen that like it in my life.
I was hustling hard, all loose ball, all that shit. I was the one playing defense too and shit. No, everybody be like, Bell, you get him. Bell, you get hot. You D Buddha. You D Reek. Like I had all the hardest assignments and shit. Like I'm Dennis Rodman out that bitch.
Hold on, because the stream just messed up and Bell said some shit that wasn't true. Hold on, is it a button you can hit Bell, Marv to go back? Because I don't know what team you was on. What team you was on?
Every team I was on. I either had to D Rock.
Okay, you know
Buddha.
what? I'm gonna say this. Because I'm gonna agree with you, but the only reason why I hesitated is because you used to play with JD and them sometime, and then you used to play with Gary and us.
I'm talking about the gym.
Yeah, in the gym. You used to play with Alexander in the gym too.
I barely when I was playing. My brother was in the army back in the gym days. He was gone
Right,
already.
and you used to play with Nut in them sometime.
Yeah, but none of them barely came up there. None of them probably came up there like once or twice a week. They ain't come up there all the time like that.
We used to play outside. We used to play outside of the playground.
No, I'm talking about inside. I'm just talking about inside with Mr. Sally.
No, most of the time we played inside. You played with me, Gary, Garrett,
and I had to deal, and I had to D Buddha.
Well, he was point guard, so yeah, more likely you gonna get the guard.
Okay, what about Snow and them grown ass men?
Guards.
Okay. Everybody was a guard, nigga.
But
you was
I'm not taking away from what you're saying, Mel. I mean, Mel. No, I had to play center. Me and Neil was playing center. I had to D the ball up. You know what I mean? I had to D whoever they center was.
Yeah, big
or whoever it was. I had to get that guy.
This nigga
Neil jumping out the sky.
That nigga
Neil jumping out the sky, so you gotta watch him. But man, you know what? I do anything to get them days back going to the gym.
Man, you bringing up names, Skeeter. You said
just the Vailsburg between the hours of like 6, between like 5 when the gym started. It was quiet. Everybody was headed towards the same direction. Get to that gym, get your name on the list, and if you lost, you might as well get dressed. You ain't getting back on.
Yeah, if you lose the first game, you might get one more. Throw your name on the list real quick.
But Bell, we had these conversations on Facebook. Pee Wee on Facebook, and he be cussing me out all the time about who had the best squad. Him, Saweed, Donald Plum, Paul Bradley. That was a tough squad.
That was a tough squad, but they wasn't running through jokers like that.
They wasn't running through jokers like that.
They might win too. Yeah, I know.
They were fouling and cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
that was the biggest team, and sometimes they even had Herb on their team.
So you had that squad. You had this other side of Sunset had Nip, Stormy, Buddha, Dwayne Hurd, Odin.
Yeah.
You remember you had that squad. Shit, you had 18th Avenue used to come in there. TT 2000 used to come in there. You know what I'm saying? But man, precious moments, man. Even Mac, man. I miss Mac too, man. Mac was, you know, I watched that movie Paid in Full the other day, and all I could think about was Mac. How my man used to be so neat with it and everything, pulling up with the flashy car and stuff.
Yeah, that was Mac.
That was Mac.
Mac was ahead of his time, you could say, because he was professional, low key. I got a real cool story about Mac. Ain't no street shit or anything like that, but I can't say it online. I can't tell that story online. I got a real cool story about Mac though.
Hey, you know what? I got a memory for you. You remember that time me, you, and 40 took my brown car and went to New York?
Are you talking about what hold on now. 1 second. No. Cancel that. I gotta remember. Was it we came back one time and got into a parade and got stuck behind a parade? It was me, you, and Marvin, me, you, and 40.
No. Me, you, and 40 went in my car one day and amazingly we got back to Newark. Like, remember we was hitting something and went to sleep like halfway through it?
Yeah.
Like we was riding down one way, getting back to Alexander, like we couldn't even believe we made it back.
No, that wasn't a pepper run. That wasn't a pepper run.
It was, we got something new. We got something called Afghanistan.
Oh, okay. All right. Nah, I'm thinking about the pepper.
It was like $30 for a blunt, and we rolled it up. And man, 40. Every time I talk to him, he bring that damn story up.
Marv, was that you, Skeeter? You wasn't with us with that parade. That wasn't your car. When we got off, we coming back like 280. We took the wrong joint and got off in like Kearney somewhere, and we like behind the damn parade.
Over there by Branchwood Park or somewhere.
No. Kearney. The city of Kearney.
I don't remember that, though.
Not Branchwood Park, but like when you go down to Broad and Market, you go all the way to the left.
Yeah, but
over there.
I'm on 40. 40 know it. 40 was in the car with me. 40 got to remind me
But
about
Bell,
that
look,
shit.
I'm gonna go back to this basketball question because this been on Facebook too.
All right.
Name the best starting five in Hooterville. Put a starting five together in Hooter. Who you putting at center?
Oh, who at center?
You name your start at that position. I'm gonna name mine, or I'll go first. It don't matter.
Go ahead. You can rock it.
At center, I'm taking Big Irv.
Because he's the only center that we got.
No sir, you got Cooter Brown, you got Whoopi, you got who else plays center? Big Mike it used to be at Borland. I said Hooterville. I didn't say
All right,
Alexander.
go ahead.
So my center is Big Irv. Who your center?
I'm gonna take Mega if that's the case.
All right.
I need power.
Okay, I got you. Power forward. Power forward. I'm taking Rich.
Power forward. I'm taking Cooler Brown.
Small forward, I'm taking Def Boo.
Oh, nigga, you doing some bullshit.
Come on.
Doing some bullshit.
Come on.
That's why you should have went first.
I gave him the chance, didn't I?
I know.
But Marv, he don't even remember Def Boo till I just said it.
Oh yeah, that boy ain't come up because that. This nigga terrible. Let me see. Let me see. Go ahead. Finish, Fire.
Shooting guard, I'm taking Pee Wee. Point guard, I'm taking Tariq Goodman from Brookdale.
Okay, small forward, I'm gonna pick. No. I'm gonna pick Kyle. Remember young Kyle with the big hands?
Yeah, I remember Kyle. He went to North Tech with me. I remember.
Long hand. Shooting guard. You said Hooterville, right?
I said Hooterville. My five is Bigger.
I'm taking them
two. Def Boo and Tariq Goodman.
I'm taking them two dark skinned niggas. What's the
the
nigga with the handle? What's the dudes with the handles?
You talking about from Westside Park?
They weren't from Westside Park.
That's why I'm asking you who, because I remember Black Storm used to be at Westside Park.
No, not Black Storm. The nigga daughter went to high school. Huh?
Lance?
In fact, Lance is Irvington.
All right. So what area are they from?
Valsburg Park. They been in Valsburg Park. They're two dark skinned dudes. One of the niggas could sing real good. His daughter went to my son went to high school together. What the fuck? They had like the crazy handles. It was both.
I don't know. That's your team. You supposed to know their name. I don't know.
That's a long time ago. So it's gonna come to me. But those I'm gonna take them both for them two dudes.
But just keep that in mind.
Everybody got Mush?
Huh?
No. Mush was a beast, but Mush elevated to that. But he still never. When he became a jumper, he still wasn't no dominant scorer like that.
Yeah, Mush could have dunked on a lot of people.
You could easily take Mush out his game. Like he was just too soft.
I wouldn't say that.
The top of the backboard, but he wasn't aggressive enough to. His offense wasn't his priority. He never made it like.
He ain't want to dunk on niggas' head because he could have.
I mean, there was a lot of jokers. Antoine Hatcher was good as hell. Buddha was good.
Buddha was my guy.
I remember Frank. Frank used to be coming there from Alexander. The young Terry. Remember little Terry used to come in there and ball?
Yeah, I still see Frank. I saw Frank like 2 years ago.
I ain't never seen nobody dribble as much as Rock Plum dribble and still not score.
Have you seen Rock? You seen Rock lately?
I seen him on Facebook. He on Facebook, take a lot of pictures with his grandkids. Glad to see he's still out here and hopefully he living right.
I run into him every couple of years.
Yeah, if I see him, it's definitely gonna be some laughs, man. I tell you. What's going on with Paul Bradley? Have y'all seen him lately? Last I saw him, he wasn't in a good place.
I haven't seen Paul Bradley. I gotta ask my brother about him.
The last time I seen him, I know he had a brain tumor, so mentally he wasn't. Yeah, Paul Bradley's been out there for some years, man.
I heard about that, but I didn't know about a brain tumor.
That's basically what it is. He had a brain tumor, and his mental ain't. ain't Paul Bradley no more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So
So
yeah.
it's a lot of hanging around, just sitting in people's storefronts and asking people, take me to the store. He's still here, but he ain't Paul Bradley no more.
Due to the brain tumor.
Due to the brain tumor. You know what I mean? It ain't like nothing else. It's because of that. But I haven't heard his name in a minute. I talked to Omega on a regular, and before I moved, he used to call me and call Omega, but Omega said he ain't heard from him in a minute.
I'm gonna ask. I'll see next time I see Omega. I'm gonna ask about him.
I know he used to be in the barbershop on South Orange Avenue all the time, right there on Sunset and South Orange Avenue, in Joe's barbershop. He used to hang in there all the time.
Nah, he's one of the funniest people.
Paul Bradley was one of the funniest. Sam was funny. Sam from Borland, who died.
Sam?
You remember Sam used to fight all the time from South Orange Avenue in Borland.
Oh yeah.
He used to sit at Borland all night long just cracking jokes, man. Paul Bradley was a different dude, man.
No, that nigga was in my math class freshman year at Velsburg. I had some all white cloth, the classic Reeboks, all white cloth joints. This nigga just walk up, yeah, your brother ain't talking shit, blah blah blah, and just step on my shit and twist his foot like he dancing on my deck. Him. I don't know if you knew Stokely, big Jamaican dude.
I remember Jamaican Stoke.
Yeah, them two niggas sat right behind me. I'm a freshman with some two dumbass juniors in a math class and shit, and I gotta do these. You know what I mean? I gotta get these niggas the answers type shit.
He had the wackest game in the world with that raggedy ass 3-point shot, boy.
Who, Paul Bradley?
Paul
Bradley. Lazy ass shit. That lazy
ass shit, man. The shit would go in and he'll hold his hand up like that. Shit used to piss me off.
Them line drive jump shots. No, just this shit.
Who had the ugliest shot? I'm not gonna say jump shot or set shot. Who had the ugliest shot at Borland Rec?
You can say Cuda Brown.
I'm gonna say Tom Riccardi.
Who that? Who the fuck is Tom Riccardi? Who the fuck is that?
You remember Tom used to be the Boston fan?
Tom. Yeah. This nigga 5'4", shooting all these damn hook shots and shit.
Hook shots from 3 and making them.
Yo.
That shit is crazy,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, man, that's what Oid and Little Food Skills, that's where all of them came up, right there. They still get out there, Mel. Every once in a while, they put a game together and everybody show up out there.
What, from back in the day? Show up there?
They do it like once a year. Once a year at Borland Rec, it be on Facebook. They announce when they're going to do it, and whoever want to show up, show up. I done seen Ryan out there.
I'm glad because that just, bring a section where, niggas see each other and shit. Niggas can see each other, link up face to face besides online type joint.
Yeah, man.
The thing is, you still got that on Alexander. I could be on Alexander out the blue, and some person that I ain't seen in a while, niggas still go through Alexander. I'm glad that Alexander still, still got it. I told Marv
it's Sal, man. They come in to see Sal.
No, they ain't. They come to see
There's only one person who know more people than Stucky, and his name is Sal.
It is. It's Sal's birthday. Sal's birthday was the other day. His birthday.
I know. I heard about it. Like I told you, I talked to Omega frequently, man. So he told me Sunday they had something back there. You know what I mean? But Sal know everybody.
True that.
But I heard it was a nice crowd back there, man. That's good. Salute. And like you just said, Bell, it's good for family to stick. You know what I mean? It's good to always have some place you could go and be comfortable, you know?
Yeah. That shares.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm talking to those fellas, I tell them, man, I wish I could just pull up. You know what I mean? I like the better quality of life down here, but I do miss that being able to pull around the corner and just talk some smack for a minute and go home, you know?
Oh yeah, I like where I'm at.
You know, I definitely had to get out.
Dip in and dip out.
Yeah, had to get out of there. Not not had to get out of there, but the opportunity to move closer down here with my son and the grandkids just was a better option, you know.
No, it's New Horizons. That's the foundation. You don't got to stay at the foundation.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's a
got
big
4
world out there.
grandkids, Bell. 4.
You old as fuck.
Because I got 4 grandkids dictate my age.
Yeah,
How does that work?
Well, you old as fuck. I
How
don't
does
got
that work?
grandkids. Because you're a grandfather. You
But
grand.
that doesn't tell you how old I am.
Okay, you ain't 12. You a grandfather.
I ain't 60 either.
You close to it.
I might not be that much closer than you. You don't even know how old I am, Bell.
Grandfather, grand biscuits.
I know how old you are.
How old am I? Because I was always the youngest, motherfucker. I was always the youngest.
I'm gonna say you 47 or 48.
See, all right, you off, but I'll take that.
I'm not that far off. What is you, 46?
You way off, Fi.
I'm way off. How old is Bell?
I'm 5'0".
I'll be 50. I'll be 50 in October.
I was trying to give him some. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me and 40 are young.
I'm trying to give him some.
Yeah, no, you do what everybody else do. I guess I don't look it. That's all you do. What everybody else do. I take that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I take that.
But it don't dictate. I'm only 52, so I'm right there by you.
Yeah, you right there. But your grandfather.
What does that have to do with it?
You got that title, nigga. That title
that's actually an achievement. That's like a positive notch on my belt. I'm leaving some legacy here.
It come with gray hairs and a whole lot of other stuff, man.
No, sir. No
way. You gonna wake up tomorrow and be like that nigga Bell? Fuck
no, sir. They ain't got none of those. Everybody say that too. Like, how come you ain't got no gray hair? How you still got waves? I don't. Maybe it's the water. I don't know. But you niggas is not living right. I don't know.
And you was talking about family. How your brother Rod doing?
To really tell you, I don't know. I get a call from him probably once a year if he need his phone bill paid or he need a couple dollars. But he's living life in New York with a group of people that call themselves like living off the earth and not following the government laws and regulations. So I don't know the name of the group. I just know that's their belief in life. Like they live on their own means. They're not working. They're not really a particular. They're not activists for a particular thing. It's just he living, you know. But I don't talk to him on a regular. He reach out every once in a while. Whenever I call, I don't get an answer. But when I do get that call, I know he all right. Or if I do see him post something on Facebook, which is maybe twice a year, I know he all right.
That's that what's happening that Shakalak Lock episode.
Yeah, but he never got his mental back right. So we never figured out what happened to him.
Yeah, yo, that shit blow my mind because he was a special brother. The nigga was entrepreneur with the shit.
No doubt.
He had his stuff in his fingers in all things.
Yeah, he was into a lot of shit, bro.
It just happened abruptly, like boom, bam, like something happened abruptly.
I saw that like one Friday night. He was fine. Saturday, he was different.
Yo, I saw that before. It was like New Year's. Rod was with me. We went to my wife's people joint. He met up with this girl named Keisha. He was hooking up with us long time ago. So people see this ain't on. This is probably like a long fucking time ago. I ain't gonna say no year.
Yeah. Anyway, you old now, so yeah, it was a long time.
No. This is just to keep everybody in a good place. Mm-hmm. So he meet the chick, talking to the chick. I'm there with my wife and the white girlfriend, probably, got the phone on, bam, 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 whatever. So then he called her like 2 days later, and she talking crazy. You're like, huh? She saying fine. Like, nah, a little bit odd. She talking crazy. Ever since that New Year's and that following week, she just walks around Newark with all types of ridiculous ass clothes on, fur coats in the summertime, Diana Ross shoes on, one high heel, one Timberland boot, just some weirdo shit. And the girl was good. So like you were saying, what happened to Rock? I watched this happen to somebody just like boom, bam, like they fell and hit their head, or they took something, somebody gave them something, and they never been the same. They've never been the same ever since.
But we took him to the hospital, and they did the blood test, said nothing in his blood. Um, I figured maybe he'd snap back in reality, so we tried to keep him close, but he was doing weirdo things, you know what I mean? Put his clothes in the oven in the middle of the night or jump up screaming. So, family members and close friends started getting scared, like he can't stay with me. We love him, but he
Yeah,
can't stay
yeah,
here, you know? So I tried to love him from a distance, like, like he's gonna snap back at some time. But Kira would take him shopping, buy him clothes. Then she'd call me that day and say, I saw Rob, I took him shopping. Okay, 2 days later, I pull up. Rob don't have none of the clothes she bought. And I say, Rob, where the clothes? Oh, I sold the clothes for some weed. So like mentally, he just wasn't there. And he just been living like that the last 30 years, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Just never came back to reality, man. Like I try to hold conversations with him, and he say, he's making money, physical. Like I'm making a new money, or I'm starting another business. You look at his Facebook page; it says doctor, professor. Like he's just wherever he
yeah.
is. He's
It's
he's, he's,
mental. It's
he's
mental.
it's over
Something
my
happened.
head or whatever. But you know what I mean. So after we tried the medical part of it to figure out what was wrong with him. I'm talking to grandmaster masons and things like that, and they telling me like voodoo is real. They said somebody, could have put a spell on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Oh,
I ain't, come on now. We talking about a spell? Like, come on, that's TV shit. They're like, no, that is real.
oh,
Especially
you
if
better believe
medically
it.
you can't figure out what happened to him. Something happened. So then it was another angle saying that you can overconsume information. You know what I mean? Like he was reading stuff like Metu Netu with black people with melanin in their body and they could fly, and he was cutting hair and he could draw and he was designing, and he had just got a booth at the Olympics when this happened.
The T-shirts was off the rack, selling all the joints.
He
I'm
was
like,
selling T-shirts 30 years ago. People still trying to come up with the concept now. You know what I'm saying? But some people were saying maybe he had just overconsumed material and then he just got to something and his brain snapped. I don't know.
because from the time that it happened, I just saw him like 2 or 3 days before that.
Yeah.
Then I just started seeing
Bell,
him all wandering and stuff like that. I think
Bell.
I
He
picked him up
had
one time.
he had a booth at the Olympics when it was in Atlanta. Me and Big World was down there on on Bergen Street with him the night before he's supposed to get on the plane Saturday morning. His girl, who was West Indian, lived on West End and South Orange Avenue. He was going through something with her parents because they was like, she in St. Vincent, she's a good girl. He's not gonna be street like you, because they didn't believe in what he was doing. So they just thought he was a street dude. Long story short, it was back and forth with the family. They were Haitian. Um, he said, yo, y'all get out of here. She coming down here, hit me in the morning. We go take him to the airport. Saturday morning, he didn't call me. It's getting closer to his flight. I hit Big World, like, yo, you talked to Rye? He like, no, I ain't talked to him. I thought you did. All right, I'm on my way. Go get World. We go to Bergen Street. Ross sitting in the living room in a chair, kind of laughing and gazing, talking about, you hear that? You don't hear that? I'm like, hear what? What is you talking about? Done used the bathroom on himself, just sitting there talking incoherent. Computer's gone. His money was gone. Something that happened. We took him
Yeah,
to the hospital. It wasn't nothing in his blood. I said he either smoked something, somebody gave him something, but then the conversation kept leaning towards her peoples did something to him because they didn't want her with him.
that's that
And then when
sound like it.
people
That
was
sound like
telling
the
me
only
about this
lead.
voodoo is real, I really was digging into this. Like they had me putting red ribbons around his foot, had me pouring water in his shoe, have him drinking through his sock. I was doing all kinds of shit that they was telling me to do because I thought it would help. I didn't know.
Shit, you
But
gonna try anything to bring them back? I do the same
it, di-
shit.
it didn't. It didn't, and I tried to hold him down as best as I could, and still work and still have a family and life. But like I said, I couldn't
No, it's
keep him
too.
close because of
No,
his mental. He was putting other people in jeopardy, so people wasn't risking going to sleep with him in the house.
no. He's still a grown, big ass, strong man. So
Right, right. And
it's you
I
can't
had just
you
had
can't
my
control it.
kids. I had just had Kyle when this was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I named
I
him after
remember that
him. His
shit.
name is Kyle. Real name is Kyle.
Wow.
I
You know.
remember.
But it is what it is. But to get back to something that I was hearing when I said chime me in, Tibbs is not a good coach, man.
He's a good defensive coach. He did good with
He's
Doc. Doc ran the
a good
offense.
half-court defensive coach.
Yeah.
He could not do nothing with the perimeter. In Detroit, Boston, and Indiana tore us up from threes. All three of them. And then you got P.J. Tucker sitting on the bench who got a ring and who's the best perimeter defender you got. Did you see him play that?
I didn't see him play at all.
Well, exactly.
And PJ been like part of like all the last 3 playoffs, he been playing big.
No way that boy did not even get in the game in the playoffs, Bell. He's the best perimeter defender we had.
He bring the toughness and the energy too.
Was the last regular season game. That's the only game I get in.
He had no influence over the refs. Like he just stand there and look like this while they sitting there knocking Brunson and Towns to the ground and not even calling foul. Like get involved as a coach. Okay. Then another issue I got is you got to be able to adjust. We were out there playing street ball, just watching Brunson dribble to whatever he do. Then we react to that. Where's the play?
Mm-hmm.
You gave away 5 picks and $9 zillion to get Bridges, and you don't have no plays for him to shoot the ball.
Damn!
I still.
It was like he had no impact on that series
because he had no plays ran to him. He only got the ball on offensive rebound kickouts, right, or broken plays, and then he'll get a quick shot. He is a scorer. He should be shooting the ball more than Brunson.
Nah, Brunson. I think Brunson like the ball's
Brunson
always
is a beast.
Always in his hands. He is.
Yeah,
he's a point guard too.
He's a beast. Hold on, Karen said you're talking too loud, Bill.
For me,
I said I'm talking too loud.
No, I told you ain't nobody in the house but me and her. So she like, who the hell he down there talking to? You know? All right.
Like when it comes to Brunson,
she said hi. She said hi, fellas.
What's up, Karen?
I think Brunson's curse is his blessing as well. Like to me, he takes too many bad shots. The problem is too many of those bad shots be going in.
so they're not bad shots, but that's his game.
And that's what I'm getting ready to get to. Because Bell know too. Like if that's your perspective, cool. We can agree to disagree. But just because you make a shot don't mean that it was a good shot.
I absolutely agree.
Is a bad shot.
Most of the time when he pulled up, I was like, what the? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But first I gotta say, what the hell was that? You know what I'm saying? But getting back to Tibbs, just so you can understand where I'm coming from. You running no offensive plays for Robinson. I don't care if it's the lob. I don't care if something. We gotta get offense out that position. And I hear a lot of people say he don't have no offense. When we had Quickly and we had Barrett, he was alley-ooping his ass off. I don't even see that in our offense no more. OG is nice. Defense, 50-50 on the offense, but I'm going back to Tibbs. How do you not play your bench at all, man? You cannot play 6 players and think you're gonna win a series, man.
You can't do that because y'all, that series was every other day. Jokers ain't gonna bounce their legs, they gonna bounce back. You gotta play at least.
So this is my reasons for saying the coach gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you made too many bad decisions. In my opinion, I'm not on the Knicks, but you're not using your bench right. You don't have no control of the players. I'm watching them on the sideline argue, and Brunson breaking it up, and you're not even saying nothing in the playoffs.
Bronson got him fired. Bronson was like, I'm out. Yeah, we get him out.
Yeah,
my pops, he gonna stay.
I think not using the bench, not having no plays, not having no control of the floor at all as a coach is why he need to go. Yeah, I'd rather see something else.
He'll find another gig. Who y'all gonna get though as your coach? Who y'all getting?
I said before the season started, you let him go. I wanted Mike Malone. I would like Mike Malone to get a shot.
I think that's who it's gonna end up being. I don't know if Kid gonna leave Dallas. Everybody talk about Kid.
Why
would you leave Dallas when you got Flag coming? You got Kyrie. You got Davis. Why would I leave? I don't know. But
he ain't got no state taxes.
But
I was reading
what I did hear is Kid is an option because Kid did not agree to the Luka trade. They never even discussed it with him.
That's
So
exactly what it
Kid
is.
That's
signed a contract thinking he was coaching Luka, and then you go and trade him. So it might be some animosity there where he might want to
you
walk away and go to New
you you
York.
you think Dallas had anything? That's the NBA traded Luka to LA because
Why you
LeBron
what,
get
what
out of
that mean?
huh?
What that mean?
The Dallas Mavericks organization had nothing to do with it. That came from the top. That came from the NBA.
How
You
can
think
the
is it?
NBA trade a Dallas Mavericks player who's
Do
under
you
contract with them?
do you really
That's
think
like Chris
you
Paul.
look? What are the chances of them trading one white guy to the Lakers and they get a number one pick when there's another white guy coming? You think they had like a 1 in 5,000 chance of winning? They was like the last in the draft. They was the last team in the draft,
I,
and
Mhm.
they
I
get the
agree
number
with
one
you.
pick.
They should have never got flagged. I totally agree with you. And if you
This is
say
a
it that
setup. It
way,
was the
if you
reward.
if you say it like that, like the NBA had to get some compensation out of it, so it had to do something with the Luka trade.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
if
had to
you
do
want to put
something
it
with it.
together like that, I agree with you. But it still don't negate the fact that Kid came there thinking this was what he was coaching, and then it was
Nah.
a change made.
You gotta remember, kid been there for like 5 years.
Kid
Kid
just
ain't
renewed the contract though last year,
yeah renewed it, but he been there for a long time.
right? But he renewed it thinking he had Luka.
Did he win a championship already?
Kid ain't got no championship. I
Nah,
don't think.
No. But he took him. He took him to the finals last year. But no. That's LA. You have to have the Lakers. They have to have a superstar. LeBron's getting out of there. So
Yep.
the NBA wanted
Well,
Luka in
I mean,
LA.
I totally agree with you. I didn't understand that either. You know what I mean? Like what
Mm.
Luca, but I don't even know if it's going to end up being a good trade.
I don't
Now,
think. Well, if
if
he got to stay in shape.
LA planned on having a center come when Luca came, but they lost that Mark Williams dude because he ain't
I,
passed the physical,
man,
and
He
he
been
couldn't
going
end
out the
up
money.
getting
it's
hurt
just
because they ain't have a center.
look. That shit don't make no sense to me because they like he ain't passed the physical, so they send him back to Charlotte, and
Luca's supposed to go back,
he plays like the next night.
right?
So I don't it make no sense, right? Like the nigga
Mhm.
failed the physical, he goes back to his scene, and he's
It goes
back on the
back in the
court right
game,
away. Yeah,
right?
man, I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, yeah.
That's the
But yeah,
NBA got to get
so
that shit together.
what you think gonna happen to Greek the Freak?
I think he going to LA.
No, he don't want to play with LeBron.
He
That
ain't
makes
LeBron?
going.
sense.
Like you just
That'd
said,
be
LeBron on his
1
way
year.
out.
That'd be
And
1 year with LeBron.
No, LeBron won like 2 years so he could play with his other son. He want his other son to come to the league. He want to play like he said he's playing 2 more years. Nobody want to play.
I think that's the Lakers' plan, though. You know, once LeBron get out of there, for them to have Luka and Giannis together.
Then Giannis got to go there, but then that's 2 power forwards.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good look, man. Both
And
of them
two,
like to get the ball at the top of the key and then run they do their thing.
and neither one got a jump shot. LeBron don't
No,
got no low post game. Giannis got
hold on
like
now. I wouldn't say Luca don't have a jump shot now. Hold
no.
on.
I'm talking about Giannis and LeBron.
Oh no, neither one
Yeah,
of them.
like I said,
LeBron,
I don't
LeBron
think
can hit a
they
shot, but he ain't consistent.
I think they, like I said, I think they slowly but surely trying to phase Bron out.
They gotta push this nigga out.
That's
Yeah,
that's
he got to say I'm leaving. That's what got to happen. They ain't pushing LeBron no damn way. He got to say I'm leaving.
They got to move on for it. The only thing is, this is the LeBron era. The
Where you think
NBA,
KD going?
I seen him. He could go to y'all if he wanted to. He could come to y'all.
I think he messed up the New York
I
thing.
don't know
I
what's
think
up
he
with
messed up the
Evan
New York thing because we tried to get him the last time he was out there and he said no.
Okay, well,
That
there's a
was
different
all on
situation
Dolan,
now.
He went to the Nets and he didn't want to come to us.
because it was because of Dolan.
No.
That's why I said
Plus
I don't
Kyrie,
see that
Kyrie
happening.
got
either.
him over there too, though. Kyrie got him. He cool. Kyrie stole him over there. It depends.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Actually,
situation changed.
we was actually gonna get both of them, Dolan and KD. I mean, KD and Kyrie. But
I mean, I don't really want to get rid of what we have. I just want to build our bench up, and I want a coach to come in there and coach.
Yeah.
I want to see us come down and run some plays. I want to see a coach
Carlisle.
saying, "Hold on, sit down. That's not what I told you." I want a coach to take control of the team.
I think, like I said, I think Mike Malone proved that with Denver coaching Denver.
Yeah,
I
think
want
he'd be a good fit for us. Yeah. I want us to come with something different, man. It's no way in the world. Like we broke history this playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
No team ever in basketball was up 9 with like whatever seconds to go and still lose, and we did it.
I gotta grab my charger, Ma.
We that first game against Indiana, wow. Yo, I was heartbroken sitting here. Like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
Every single thing that could possibly go wrong, out of bounds, steal, missed a foul shot, hit another 3. Oh, that bounced up in the air, and that, like, wow. And Brunson
It just
got
ain't add up. It
exposed.
ain't make sense.
Brunson got exposed this playoffs too. All they had to do was double team. I mean, all they had to do was play full court press on us, and we was finished.
Mm-hmm.
We was finished. And what was Tibbs able to do? Got McBride sitting on the side. Got all the point guards sitting over there, letting Brunson try to bring it down by himself.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Look what they doing. Adjust, man.
Yeah.
I was
I
sitting
think a
there
big
going
part of losing
crazy.
to Indiana too. I think a big part of it was like
They was fouling the mess out of us, and they wasn't calling it. That's why.
that too, but you still gotta. It's just like with football or anything else. You can't get all the way to the Super Bowl in football and then change the game plan.
You can't keep doing the same thing, Marv.
You know what I mean? You can't
Keep doing the same thing. We was doing the same thing on offense and defense. Halliburton was like, wait a minute. All I got to do is a long dribble at the top of the key, 2 steps layup, so I can do this whenever I want to.
But you got to do the thing that got you there. That's what I'm saying. Like
what got us there?
Josh Hart, Josh Hart, this mug getting all kind of crazy triple doubles. He wasn't even thinking offensively in the Indiana game.
Wouldn't shoot.
Wouldn't shoot at all. Like you can't.
But Toppin coming off the bench shooting like he ain't. He a 3-point, like he Ray Allen.
He's an all-star. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Those little nuances. Like Josh Hart, he kind of let me down that series against Indiana because, like, dude, you've been getting triple doubles, you've been scoring points. Like, why you scared to shoot, bro? It was several times that I think
he had the 3-point line double pumping. Shoot!
It was a couple of times where he had the layup and get to the basket and then kick it back out to the 3. Like, dude, what are you doing?
But then when you look at his stats, he like 40% from 3, but he won't shoot them.
I don't understand it. It don't add up.
Towns, why he keep putting his head down and driving to the basket out of control like he got 3 feet?
Who that?
Towns.
Oh.
Why you keep putting his head down at the 3-point line and forcing a shot up like they gonna keep calling this garbage? Keep the ball above your head and back these jokers down, or get in the post. You nice around the rim.
Yeah.
They gotta foul you down there. But you trying to be a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Tibbs.
Talking about 5.
Cat.
Oh, yeah. He starts shooting too many threes.
Get down there in the post, you big dummy. Ain't nobody out here big enough to stop you down there.
You see what happened every time you went down there.
Get down there. Stop getting the ball at 3-point line, pump faking, putting your head down and trying to run over people to make a layup. I was so tired of looking at the same thing over and over. Like, coach. I wish I had Tibbs' number. I would have texted him a couple plays. Like, dude, do this. Try this. Obi standing over there waiting for the play to break up and somebody kick it to him. Bridges on the other side, just standing there waiting. Hart the only one setting picks here. So they playing, what kind of basketball is that? Watching Brunson dribble. Huh?
They better bring back the triangle with us, so get a motion offense or something.
Man, I don't know what they was doing, but I know the coach for all 3 of them teams said, y'all know how to get back in the game? Full court press. They ain't got nobody to dribble. And every time they did it, they got back in the game. Yeah. Turnover. Another turnover. Brunson dribbling, trying to get the flop foul over and over and over and over.
He is a big flopper, though. I heard.
Right.
I don't watch y'all. I just heard he be flopping.
Look, man, y'all want to play physical with these guards out here doing all this hacking? Yo, PJ, need you. It's what you do. You the what's the other hack in the league? Brent Barry? What's his name?
What team?
He been on everybody's team. He's a straight hack. Patrick Beverly. Oh. DJ is another Patrick Beverly. He gonna foul, get somebody out their game, Yeah, that's what he do. He played defense. Let's go. We need you right now.
Need somebody like that.
Right. Because you know who was killing us? The Boston series. Pritchard coming off the bench. Killing us. The Indiana series. What's that joker name kept making the layups on us? McConnell. Killing us. Right? Who else we played? We played Detroit. Who was coming off the bench? Hardaway. Killing us. Killing us. All these series, somebody was coming off the bench like y'all ain't got no guards.
Yeah,
what you gonna do?
Identity though, y'all got the identity of the Anthony Mason days. So what's y'all identity? Y'all ain't a tough team. Y'all a physical team.
I don't know. That's why I want to coach.
Yeah, coach. The coach got to make the identity for the team.
I knew what it was a year ago. We was defense. A year ago, we was a defensive team that could score if you mess around.
The offense was lacking. That's what Julius.
We was a defensive team with an offense that don't mess around. So we stayed in games. We kept it close, but we just couldn't get over the hump. So he got rid of all our defense and went and got Bridges and went and got Cat. And he got some offense. Okay, now we could get 110 points, but now we ain't got no defense.
That's weird because Bridges used to be looked at like a defensive player.
Bridges played great defense. You saw him. He how many games at the end of Boston he's had the ball in his hand? He played D, but now he playing 48 minutes every night.
Oh no. And you only that's the thing. You can't do that because
so Boston series, all you kept hearing was Bridges. Detroit series, you heard Bridges. By the time we got to Indiana, you ain't hear no more Bridges.
No,
you ain't hear no more Hart. Marv just said it when you was off. Hart kind of let him down in this last series. The boy was tired. The boy was tired, man. That Boston series and then that Detroit series, that boy was tired.
One of the NBA players said that shit. It was like, if people want to see good basketball, they should give us at least a 2-day break in between these playoff games. Because you're getting one, like when we was younger, we go to the gym. We play like three
But
days.
Bell, that's where the coach come in, Bell.
You got to play the bench.
That's where the coach come in. He gotta balance the minutes. Let me see. You see what Indiana been doing? How long Halliburton been sitting on the bench? Then he come in and bam, bam, bam. He playing his bit. You got to play what you have. You can't put your starting five out there and know the situation, Bell. It's not like you don't know the schedule. So you, like you just said, it's hard to keep putting your players out there every 3 days, every 2 days. But if you know that's what's coming, you have to coach knowing it's coming.
You got to steal every second on the bench. Every rest can get on the bench.
Exactly. And this knucklehead wouldn't look. The players' uniforms look like they just handed it to him, signed the contract, never got on the court, never ever.
Nah, but Tibbs is just straight defense. He just defense. He's good with a good head coach to just be like, because that's what he did in Boston.
I ain't see no defense.
That was it.
I ain't see no defense this playoffs, Bell. Maybe that's why they got rid of him. We was down 20. We was down 15. Jokers was shooting record numbers from 3. They made history on us that first game in Indiana. I ain't see his defense skill set, so maybe it was time for him to go.
No, he can't do offense and defense. He can't.
But that's what a good coach can. How come the teams that's in there now got offense and defense?
Yeah, they got a better team than y'all.
Right.
He's got a better team.
Right. But
Indiana,
Bell.
I don't know.
But Bell, hold on, Bell. But if the coach not using Hartenstein right, he not using Holmgren right, he not using Jay Williams right. If he not using them right, Bell, you never gonna see these jokers on the bench. Both teams that you see in the championship right now, playing 10 people.
Well, I'll say this: Carlisle is a top 5 coach.
Right.
I mean, he been top 5.
Right.
He's sneaky good.
Right.
He got the championship in Dallas.
Right.
I was say, don't forget he got a championship.
Right.
I wouldn't expect Indiana to make it back to the finals.
I didn't expect Indiana to go this far either. The way they started the season off, they started out like trash.
Be that good.
But the coach, The coach put it together and he got it working, bro.
Yeah, he make them adjustments. He make real time adjustments
And
on
they
the
lucky
spot.
too. They get a lot of lucky shit too. They lucky. That Joker hit 15 threes against us. That was straight luck.
That
That
was
was straight
foul.
luck.
You should have put
Yo,
somebody.
man, let's wrap this up, man. We ain't talking about no Knicks for no. We talk about the Knicks for the last 40 minutes,
All right, well, what else you want to talk
He
about?
talked about.
huh?
Come on. It's your show. What you want to talk about?
So
You
I
want to
don't,
talk
I
about
don't
the
know.
pro?
I'm just trying to talk
You want
about
to
the
talk
Knicks.
about the protests? You want to talk about ISIS? What do you want to talk about? What you want to talk about?
Nah, well, I do want to touch on
You
that, but
want
I
to
don't
talk
know
about
what's going on in
the
LA.
traveling restrictions our president just set on 12 different countries yesterday? What do you want to talk about?
He'll be back
Nah,
out tomorrow.
nah. Bell had asked. No, Bell, I think it was John that asked me earlier, as far as the direction of the show. Um, One of the things that I want to do in this coming up on year 6, going in this year, I do want to have more conversations about, outside of the Tuesday night format. I do want to do like weekend shows where we could do actually talk about sports. So, I want to keep this format the same, but also outside of the Tuesday night show, I want to do, have you guys on where we can chop it up like this here about different sports. Um, Hopefully before everything happens, preseason, before the season gets started, kind of our predictions, whatnot. But we seen the awards last night, and I've been seeing. I didn't even get a chance to watch any of the stories really, but I've been seeing a lot of the footage of what was going on out there in LA, man. And it's like it's hard to talk about it because you don't really know what to say. It's like
What you
this
gonna
dude
say?
is
Every time we protest, they call their army. What
and
you
that's
gonna
what I'm
say?
saying. That's my point. Like it's absolutely absurd and it's crazy that this dude is deploying all these military people out there. And I was reading one report today where they were saying that, no, matter of fact, it was the Governor Newsom out there. He was talking about how, yeah, he sent 2,000 people out here, but 1,400 of them, they sitting in the back, they just sitting in the offices chilling, they ain't even doing nothing. So it's like, what's the point of this other than scare tactics?
Because it make headlines. Don't do
What
anything
you mean?
until
What is the point of it? It's control.
yeah.
It's
Intimidate.
control. It's to let you know you can't do what you want to do. I mean, this is modern day slavery, man. It just is what it is. What's the difference than what slavery was?
Yeah.
And
You
all
worked
that
for them. They didn't pay you. They fed you what they want, and they gave you somewhere to lay your head and wash.
that's it.
They messed around and made slavery, abolished slavery. So now you had all these slaves standing around like, what we supposed to do? Where we supposed to go? We don't know anything about life. They said, okay, well, you know what? I'll let you stay in that shed, but now you're gonna have to pay me. Because I'm gonna pay you some money now to do the same work you was doing. Still pick my cotton, but now I'm gonna give you a small amount. Now you're gonna have to pay for that shack. You're free. You're gonna have to pay for the food now. You're free. It's your choice, and that's basically what we live in right now. What's the difference?
It is no difference to me.
You can't travel unless they tell you to. You can't buy land or do anything that we so-called say we could do what we want. You cannot. And now with AI and robotics, you can't do nothing without them. Like
It's absolutely
so,
absurd.
so I mean, I hate to
What's
say
your
it
point?
because I'm living in this world too, but I just take it day by day, man, and just try to make the best out of the day.
Yeah.
It's just so much going on way above and beyond us. The scary thing about all this, I wish that our people could just come together and we could unite on something, whether it's a third party, whether it's to start fighting some of these things that we don't believe in. But then when I say we, who is we?
Mm-hmm.
Because, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just, big five talking. Haitians don't like Jamaicans. Jamaicans don't like Trinidadians. Blacks don't like this. African Americans is, you go to these other countries, they like, what the hell is an African American? So like, who is we?
Mm-hmm.
People don't like each other. Black people is got more hate in them than any other race for our own people. So if something ever did happen, if there ever was a anything that we talk, where we going? Who fighting for who?
Mm-hmm.
We don't even look at it like that. I mean, Me and Omega was talking the other day, and why do jokers only rob and steal and shoot in between Sanford and Bergen Street on South Orange Avenue? Why they don't go 2 blocks up past Sanford with Seton Hall at that? It's millionaires up there.
Yeah, because
Why they ain't going up there bothering them? Why they ain't going to Kearney and messing around over there, or going to any of them other cities? Why we stay right there in our own hood and just killing and shooting and robbing each other?
that's like the football field. That's the field they can play on.
Like, why? So if something ever happened and we all had to come together, who is the we? So they keep us divided. They keep it like that with the social media and everything. They only show us shooting each other. They only show us robbing each other. These white people out there doing the same shit that we doing, but you don't see it.
They're not going to show you.
You know, we try to have faith. For so many years, I heard people saying, man, body cams is about to be a law. They're going to have body cams on. They're not going to be able to do what they doing no more. They still doing it.
Doing the same thing. We just seeing it now.
On body cam.
Yeah.
Shooting you, kneeling your neck till you die, screaming for your mama, pulling pastors, pulling whatever they want to do on camera. And then what happened to them? Nothing.
No.
That white man followed that young boy down the street, called police. Police said, leave him alone. We on our way. We got your report. He said, he's in my neighborhood. He just looks like, and end up shooting him in the back and didn't go to jail.
Now, let's be clear. If you actually listen to the actual tape, he said, listen, I'm telling you, under no circumstances are you to follow him.
They said, leave him alone. We on our way. That's a lawful order to leave him alone. He still followed the boy, shot him, killed him, and did not go to jail.
And got off.
What city was this?
Zimmerman. That's Zimmerman.
Oh, he's talking about Zimmerman. Oh.
Yeah, Trayvon Martin.
Yeah. And then he went on eBay to sell the gun that he shot him with. He was bidden to sell it. Kanye jumped on there and bought it just to get it off the internet because it was, embarrassing to the family and just embarrassing to our race altogether. But he did that. You go shoot a white boy. I don't care if that white boy got you on the ground with a gun pointed at your head on video saying, I'll shoot you if you don't shoot me. You going to jail.
Absolutely.
Yes, too, on top of that.
So when you say have faith, it's okay to have faith because you need to spiritually. But in defense of some of these YNs, man, they be looking at this stuff going on in this world like, this ain't no fair game.
Yeah. That's definitely not my words. If I ever say have faith, it's definitely
ain't gonna be no Social Security when we get there. They keep pushing down the life expectancy of a black man, but keep pushing up the age limit for Social Security. So we ain't getting that. They doing whatever they want to do to us, right on TV, killing us, shooting us, blaming us for stuff we ain't do. We ain't getting that. The cost of living out here is completely ridiculous. A single parent, I don't care if you living alone, if you ain't got close to 6 figures, you struggling. You got Elon Musk out here making decisions for our country, and he ain't even a politician.
Ain't a government, ain't an elected official under no circumstances.
So as a YN, I'm sitting back and y'all saying have respect and have faith in what? Where's the black activists at? Like right now, I mean, we came up, they ain't shit now, but when we was young, we had the Al Sharptons and the Bill Cosbys and the Colin Powells and the Al Sharptons. This was before they all did their nonsense, but we had things to look up to. Who these YNs looking up to? Jay-Z and Steve Harvey? Who? Tyler Perry and Kendrick Lamar? Like, who they looking up to? Where's the strong black activists at? Where's the Muslims at?
The minister still got a message, though.
Yeah, but where they at, man? Where are they? That's our strongest union. It's those guys.
Yeah.
And where are they located at? Where they located at? Chicago. And what's the worst city in this country for our people?
Yep.
Chicago. So if you can't even control your immediate where you at, what effect you think you're gonna have on the rest of this country?
That's real talk.
And it's just Big Five opinion.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. I just try to play my role, get up, go to work every day, be happy I got a choice between chicken or shrimp, and I'm all right. When the anarchy start, I got a whole bunch of them in there. I'm gonna leave some on the front porch just to let you know, maybe don't kick in this door, and we gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I never forget it. It's over 30 years now, but for me personally, you say have faith. I lost my faith in 92 with Rodney King, because it was like there was nowhere in the world that this before body cam, before the internet, all this. We got to see these people actually on VHS beating the crap out of this dude. There is no way in the world that they're gonna get off. And we watched all 4 of them officers walk. That was I can honestly admit that was the day that verdict was read and those men walked out that court. That's the day that I lost all faith whatsoever in the judicial system, in law enforcement, and everything else. I knew we didn't stand a chance.
I got to piggyback off what you're saying, and I'm gonna be completely transparent. I lose faith when I see the so-called action we take when certain things happen. And what I mean by that, I do see the protests. I see the T-shirts we make up. I see the commercials. I see we trying to do something, but then y'all start looting, burning y'all own stuff. 3-4 days later, y'all doing an ice bucket challenge like it never happened.
Yeah, especially in this era.
So that's when I lose faith. Like, I'm not losing my life.
It's only 30 seconds. It only lasts 30
something.
seconds.
Yeah, like the people don't even care, man. The George Floyd, the kneel, the screaming for his mama. I said, y'all done messed up. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And jokers use that to make money.
Yeah.
Yo,
to sell apparel.
I went to DC for the George Floyd thing, the big march they had down there in DC when all stuff was going on.
Right.
Go down there, spent the night. We woke up the next morning, turned the TV on like 8:00 in the morning. They out there, the people coming to speak out there. Only person I didn't hear ask for money was Ayanna Pressley. That's it. Every single body out there was just they wouldn't even talk about George Floyd. They'll talk for maybe 2 minutes and then talk about we need money for this organization. We need money for this organization. And I
see what I'm saying?
Like,
see what I'm saying? And I wasn't there.
Like some it was a group like from Chicago, walked from Chicago to DC. I'm like, damn, people walk all the way from there, and the only thing we getting is baskets being passed around. My wife might got it on tape. I walked up to the Capitol Hill. The Capitol building. There's a bunch of dykes up there and some other some Democrats. It was all Democrats, and they kept talking that Biden. I'm like, yo, we here for George Floyd. Anyway, Biden is, we can't just migrate to any one party. I'm like, we here for George Floyd. They're about to whip my ass. The fucking the guards from the Capitol had to come and stand between us. I'd have whipped their ass.
It's comical the way this country is right now, man.
I'm like,
they definitely don't respect us at all.
Money.
Everything about money, and then we there's no limit to it. Like, we know Trump's whole purpose in it is financial. Make relationships, set deals up, make sure his name live on for the rest of time financially. All he's doing is building relationships and making deals. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, why he got so many of us supporting him? Like, I was talking to Kira the other day, and she said her doctor is from Haiti, and she said that their entire country, 99% of that country voted for Trump.
Oh, because they hate the Democrats.
Like, no hands down, it was Trump. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's what the Clintons did to that country. The Clintons,
right. Like, just so much of their hatred for someone else, they voted for this retard. But at the same time, is he retarded? Is he? He looked goofy. He sound goofy when he talk, but
I don't know if it's an act or what. He could be putting on the
He making financial decisions that he feel is going to put this country in a better place, and he not going at a particular race. He just attacking where he feel like people making money and he ain't getting nothing out of it. The government, state funds, all of this money that they be giving to be like, no, I'm not giving you none of that. You know what I mean? He ain't really doing nothing to affect me and you, particularly. Like, I'm not doing this just to black people. I ain't seen it. You know what I mean?
Tax cuts? Okay, them tax
The
cuts he
tax
coming.
cut, people just didn't read into it.
I may say like $3.
Right,
He gonna save like $15 million.
right. But
You know what
all
I
we
mean?
looking at it is our check is more. Oh, my check more now because of Trump. Yeah, but you're not getting no money back at the end of the year, stupid. You know what I mean? But people don't read. We just go off what everybody say. You know, he gave us a couple of stimulus checks. He stopped them from locking you up for taking your license if you owe child supports. Like he was doing little things
That
to
don't affect your it affects certain people, but it don't affect the majority.
it don't
Quality of
affect
life.
the majority of the
Quality
people,
of
but it
life.
affected enough of them where we looked at him like he's a positive.
Yeah,
Biden wasn't about nothing, but none of them ever was.
that's
You know, to me,
And that's
Hillary
my point.
Hillary was doing Watergate. Her husband was sleeping with everybody and lied to the entire country on TV. All the Bushes ain't do nothing but cheat to get in, do oil rig deals, and make their family more richer. Who was good? Obama was just a face. They wouldn't let that man order lunch. You know what I mean? Like, so who was there for the people?
That's what you stuck when you only got two choices.
Right.
You
You
don't
ain't
really
had
have
two
no
choices.
choice.
You ain't even
I
had
laugh,
two
I
choices.
laugh at the whole structure.
You ain't had
Hey,
two
Bell,
choices. Who was the two
what you think
choices,
about
Bell?
the whole governor race up there, Bell?
What you say?
Who was the two choices?
No,
I
I'm
said,
talking
what
about
you think about the governor race up there?
But they're
Oh,
the
I'm
same
talking about
one.
the presidential race because it was him and him. The woman never had a chance.
They ain't have a
These
chance.
countries do not respect women. They don't even let them speak in men's conversations.
Dude,
Do
when
you
I said
think they
that,
would have?
people call me crazy though.
Do you think they would have sat down at a table and talking to her, making agreements? Absolutely not.
It has nothing at all to do with America. That's what I was trying to tell
That's
people.
just their religion. Like women
Yeah,
don't hold positions of power. They're not taking instruction from no woman.
absolutely.
No, that lady ain't had no chance. They let a joker who
I'm
was just
hating on her
got
when I say that.
convicted of 34 crimes that he committed when he was the president before run for president again and win.
You must went on national TV and said if he see a chick that he like, he grab her by the hoo-ha.
He said way more than that, man.
That's like it's you could say you're in that point where anything goes down. People could do anything, say,
Absolutely.
and they just
And this pardoning people.
Anything
Oh
but us.
man. Oh man. Oh no, he pardoned the big time drug dealer. What's
Yeah,
his
Larry
name?
Hoover.
like Hoover.
I talked about it last week though. That
He let
pardon
the
don't mean
rapper
nothing.
he let the rapper off 2 days ago too. Young boy.
NBA, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he let him off. So he giving us some candy. You know what I
No,
mean?
but at the end of the day, no, he's not. And this is why I
He,
say that.
he, he- he's
We talked about it
absolutely
last
not.
week. We talked about it last week. He could pardon Larry Hoover all he wants to. That man, that's a federal. He pardoned him on the federal side. That
And he
man still
still ain't
owes
never getting out because he got state charges.
That's what I'm saying. He owes the state of Illinois 300 years.
Yeah, he ain't never getting out.
That pardon ain't doing nothing for that.
He pardoned
So it
he
sounds good in
pardoned the
theory.
rapper. He pardoned the Chrisleys. The Chrisleys was fraud and bank embezzle, all kind of stuff. Let them go. He pardoned somebody yesterday. Another joker who did some he pardoned in all of the white collar crime. He pardoned in all of them.
No, what was a slapping everybody in every American citizen face was the first thing he did after he got sworn in was pardon all the January 6 people.
And
That's
then he
the first
pardoned
thing
his
that
son.
he did.
He pardoned his son first.
No, you talking about Biden.
No. Trump pardoned his brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Biden pardoned his son. You're right, Bell. Right. And everybody who stormed the Capitol building, he pardoned them too. But all of them committed crimes on the United States, and they should go to jail.
Treason. They committed
Somebody
treason.
died. People died.
Yes, literally.
Wow.
It's funny because weed legal now. It's probably niggas still locked up for weed. They ain't getting no
So
part.
now I'm watching the news this morning, and people showing up to their scheduled probationary or interviews. You know, because if you're in this country, you like on probation, or you gotta go to these meetings. So they making sure that you got a job, or they take your visas away. So these are scheduled interviews that people been doing for years. Like it's just what they got to do. It's like going to probation. Now people scared to go to their interviews because they showing on CNN. People showing up just to get their little monthly check, and they locking their ass up, sending them back to their country. That's crazy.
Now you done made like you put like terror in the air. People
Fear.
scared what
It's just
they're supposed to
fear.
do.
It's fear
Yeah, fear.
because what's saying they got to stop there.
What he pushing every limit.
But
He's
now
pushing
the
every
flip
limit.
side of this conversation, the flip side of it is, do you agree that this country is overpopulated?
No,
You don't think so? You don't think that we've ran through our natural resources and that's why they're coming up with all this fake food and all this other nonsense? You don't think we overpopulate?
see,
Huh?
majority. I think like 70% of the people live on the West Coast and the East Coast.
Okay.
That's most of the country.
Yeah.
It's not they do that shit because it's cheap. They do that shit because
Okay.
it saves money. It doesn't. It's not populated.
Yeah,
America got
But
I think there's plenty of room in middle America.
I'm gonna give you a stat. You can look it up for yourself. The entire world, every person on this planet could fit in the state of Texas.
what
That's
do
what
you
you
mean
know how big
fit
Texas
in the
is.
state of Texas?
The entire look it up for
You
yourself.
mean live?
Huh?
You
Bob, what's
saying live?
good?
They
Who
can
that?
fit. I ain't saying move around.
Stucky.
Elbow room you fit
Yo,
in.
what up, man? Why you gotta be so loud, man?
Nigga, I'm not loud, motherfucker.
I can't see your face. All I see is your forehead. Back up a little bit, like 500 feet.
I know you ain't talking. Your big ass, your head like a Rottweiler and shit. What's up, Bob?
What's going on, man? We just got finished talking about you. Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me see how you answer it. You remember Posse Deep, right?
Do I?
Who was the best dancer in Posse Deep?
Fool.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. I respect that. We just was talking about that, and I said you. Then I said Suge. Then I said Foo. But you gave respect,
Yeah,
though. I mean, you gave Foo his
yeah.
flowers. I give you that. But that
Yo,
was you.
fool.
Foo
I
wouldn't
know,
do
I know.
every dance when they came out. Foo had a groove, but you was doing the stolen car when the stolen car came out. You was doing the pop lock when the pop lock came. Like you was doing all whatever the new stuff was. And
I
Suge was
understand
getting
that.
butt naked and dancing whatever
Yo,
club we went in.
yo, remember fell asleep between the speakers at Zanzibar?
Yeah,
I'm looking like,
yeah.
bro, how you go to sleep with all that fucking music? He's like, man, I just went between the speakers, just laid down. I was like, yo, you crazy as hell.
How's
Hey,
life,
Brown,
man? How's anything for you, stuff?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm waiting
That's
for
what's up.
this. I'm waiting for this shit to finish this case, man.
Yo,
I got hurt.
why
I got hurt.
I talk to you every 10 years, and every 10 years you got another case about to close. Yo, we just was talking about that too. This the 16th case, pal.
I love
Yo,
this. I
you
love.
you have more cases than everybody in Posse Deep put
That
together.
is true.
Hey yo,
Please don't make that damn shit, man.
That is true, Stucky. What
hey
you
yo.
got a case for?
Listen, huh?
You got a case for?
Oh, this gonna be good.
I
This
got.
gonna be good. Hold on. Let me turn my phone up. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear
Hey,
this shit. Go ahead.
hey, Fi, you get on my nerve. Hey yo, nah, I was a garbage man, and the lady ran to the back of the. top 5, man. Cut it out. Hey, yo. Niggas like, yo, nigga. Meg started working there, what, 2 years ago, just before I left, yo. Yo,
this man got a case at every job he ever worked at, yo. But you know what's crazy? How you get a case at work when you on Facebook on your way to work smoking a blunt? So you already inebriated when you get to the job and so-called hurt yourself.
mind your business, nigga. It's called mind your
I'm
business.
calling the insurance company. They gonna break me off a couple dollars and shit. He'll be on Facebook like this now. He go, yeah, on my way to work. Waiting for my ride or waiting for the bus with a blunt in his hand, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. How you gonna go in there and file a claim talking about you hurt yourself here? Nigga, you came in here. No, sir. So go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Tell us what happened. What happened, bro?
Yo, this nigga terrible. Nah, this old lady should have been driving. She was 89. She ran to the back of the garbage truck. And that was it. They sent me to Concentra.
Hold on. So the math ain't mathing. She hit a garbage truck with her car. What the hell was she driving? A 747 jet? What the hell how you get hurt in a garbage truck and she hit you with a car?
I was on the side, motherfucker.
And what, you fell off?
Hell no, I ain't fall off.
I know you didn't, because that garbage truck ain't move when that motherfucking car hit it. So how you get hurt?
Nigga, I got hurt, yo. Shut the fuck up. 2 years ago. Hey, yo. Hey, Fa, mind your business, right? Before I show up in VA.
Marv. Hold on, man. Hold on, Marv. Who was better at math? Was it you or was it Bell? Who was better at math?
Bell.
Bell was better at math?
I guess.
Hey, Bell, I need you to analyze the effect that car had on a garbage truck.
Ain't having no. Hey, bro, you can say what you want, but I'm gonna show you. I can show you better than I can tell you, yo.
What happened to you?
Nah, I got 4 herniated discs, 2 on my neck, 2 on my back.
This happened 2 years ago, Stucky. You shouldn't be on.
Mind your fucking business, nigga. The fuck? Mind your business, you son of a bitch.
See, this what's wrong with the country right here, Marv. This is show we need to do about why the fuck we gotta get up and go to work every day and motherfuckers out here filing false ass goddamn claims like this. This motherfucker just said he got a fractured fibula, tore his ACL, his neck broke, his back.
I ain't say shit.
Because somebody threw a chess piece at the damn garbage truck.
I ain't say shit like that, you fucking onion dip head bitch.
Somebody threw a chess piece at the side of the garbage truck and he got 4 broken bones and shit. Do you hear this shit?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
You might as well run for president, man.
Huh?
Said you might as well run for president. You got a good chance.
Hey, Bell. I got some shit.
Yeah,
not that one.
It's called some San Francisco 49ers attire. That's what it's called, some shit.
I know you ain't. Oh, Bell, I got a vest for you, yo. I got blue runts, ice cream waffle. What else? White Russian. I don't give a fuck.
His name about 6 charges and shit. What the fuck?
Civil rights.
Hey, Marv, your podcast about to get canceled, Marv. They about to cancel your shit. Hey, Marv, he gonna mess up your all your followers is right now praising God that you.
God smoke weed too, motherfucker.
Oh
Fuck you,
man.
told.
Oh boy.
Peter,
Time is
this
stuck.
is the number one guest.
Oh man.
This is
Stop it.
What'd you
this is
say?
where the one is here from.
I said, yeah,
What'd you say?
we celebrating the 5-year anniversary. I said that you was one of the top viewed shows. That's why I sent you the link. We celebrating 5
Oh,
years, man.
oh, my bad, Marv. I take
No,
that
you
back.
good?
You can't
God
take
don't
that
smoke
back.
weed.
This is the
Shut the
internet.
fuck up, fuck.
You can't take that shit back. This
I
motherfucker said,
know.
he said do over.
It's a do-over. Fuck it.
This
Fuck
ain't
it. You don't
NBA
want.
live and shit. We can't play another one and shit. You said that shit.
I know, and I ain't. You know what? You know what? I said it and I meant it. That's
Boy,
the
you
part.
terrible.
That's the bad part.
Boy, you
It ain't no
terrible.
edits. We live,
I,
man. That's why
I know.
hey, fine. That might be what I need to do in year 6, man. I might need to stop doing live just so we can edit people like Stucky.
Yeah, because he don't have no filter. He don't have no filter.
You know I don't. But hey, Marv, for you saying that shit, fuck you.
See what I'm saying?
You meat
You see what I'm
potato
saying?
head, motherfucker.
Everything is telling him to stop, and he still keep going.
You know I'm gonna get this.
He can't help himself.
I know,
That's
bro.
what I'm telling you. After 16 damn accidents, you'll be a little off too, Marvin.
You know what? And I'm perfectly sane, yo.
No, you not.
I just
No, you not.
when I've been this way since the day.
And that's the problem. You ain't start out right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't start out right, and then the accidents made the shit worse.
Stucky, what the club joints at this week, Stucky?
I don't know. I don't go
I
out.
only got a Carlos dude. I ran into him like 7 times last summer.
Oh, me? Oh.
Yeah, I caught you in South Florida. I caught you downtown.
Oh yeah, of course.
Caught you north. No, you catch
Of course, but yeah,
told
you
you,
know that, yo.
What's the dude name that be on all the videos who be dancing on the buses and spinning around and shit with the glasses? Who is that dude?
I don't know, but that don't be me, motherfucker. I don't be spinning on no fucking bus.
No. I've been seeing this dude on on all the videos, Lincoln Park, Weekway, Winook, wherever, and they claiming him as.
I don't know.
Oh, that's Bell little youngest brother and shit, yo.
He retarded.
They ain't want to say nothing.
Nah, but this dude, they giving him a lot of flowers and Nook, like he had all the shit and he danced like ain't no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Not that he that good.
I know.
It's just the energy that he put into it.
Duha.
He got glasses.
No, just a different one. Because him and Oogie used to be together, yo.
Yeah, this dude used to be with Ugg too. He used to be with Ugg too.
Oh shit,
But
I gotta
he be
know him.
downtown. He be on the buses. He been all over the internet. Like everybody just been posting him at whatever hip hop, whatever event they at. He did.
Hey, Bar, we're gonna need you to start being there for us, right?
Start being where?
At every show, you know, show up and show out for us.
Marv ain't going, man. Marv don't wear skinny jeans. He wear hammer pants. He ain't going to no shit like that.
You know, I'll be up there for Lincoln Park every year.
I know. That's I'm glad, and it's good to see you, man.
Always.
Look,
we might work on getting you backstage this year.
You do that, I got you.
All right.
It's gonna be ignorant as hell now. I'm just gonna have niggas like, God damn
nigga. To get barred, Mel. Barb, don't you take that boy nowhere with you.
Nigga, I am downtown.
Yeah, he stay down there.
Oh, you live downtown?
Yeah, on Pennington.
Oh, you down there? Man, you in the last project standing and shit.
You motherfucker! No, I'm not in Pennington. That's not
you in Pennington Court?
Oh, fuck no!
That's what I'm about to say. That's hell.
Nah, but the good thing about Pennington Court, I used to fuck with a chick down there.
You
But
don't fuck
niggas
with
like,
a
yo,
chick
what
on
you?
every block in Jersey. What the hell that's supposed to mean something? But the cost of living up there,
Hey,
man. You stay by yourself?
nah.
Well, okay. 'Cause the cost of living up there, man. That's all I'm hearing from everybody, man. Like, shit, man.
It's
These
too high.
$1,500 one bedroom,
Yeah,
$2,000 for
yeah,
one
these
two
niggas
bedroom. Like
retarded.
that's crazy,
What's
man.
that, Skeeter?
Huh?
Hold on.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you though, Bell. What you think? You think Rod's got a legit chance of being the governor?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, you don't. He
I
in
think he
third
got a
place.
chance.
Sorry.
I think he got a chance.
I can see
He got
Rob
a
doing it because
he got a chance. He got a chance. A chance in hell. Fuck you talking about?
no. But I
They
see the
he
point.
lost. He came in third place, B.
I think all that stuff he's doing in the news, he just want to get on a national level, so he put his name out. So other states that know him.
He ain't gonna win.
For next time, the next 4 years.
No, I got
Yeah,
you.
cause
But
he
the arrest, with him getting arrested and all of that, that was just publicity to get his name out there and shit.
I swear I said the same thing when it happened. I like that's that nothing but a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, Bell. He don't get the governorcy. You think North gonna reelect him?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I ain't vote for that nigga.
He can play them. That's politics.
Yeah.
But that's what get me. Like for people that believe in politics, I don't necessarily believe in them. But people that do, right, it's like I don't understand this because anytime I'm home or I talk to people in North, they talk about how he done sold the whole city, how he done sold everybody out. So it's like, why do you keep electing these people, these same people?
Yeah, but why?
Yeah,
but you can't blame it on him. The Jews been owning Newark since the 70s.
Whoa, watch your mouth. Hey, listen. You know what they sold? The mass jib. When they sold that, I was shocked. I was like, come on, man. How you gonna sell a gift that was gifted to us by the Sultan of what's the fuck?
Which mass did they sold?
The one on Branford, the big one.
Branford Place?
Yeah.
Branford and Halsey?
Yeah. No, Branford. You're right. No, it's down. No, it's down.
Yeah, the next block down.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they sold that shit a couple of years. I'm like, come on, man. How you gonna sell a gift? Then these rat bastards trying to buy Symphony Hall. Then get your ass out of go get some deodorant, first of all.
Man, them Jews is buying up all of that damn property, bro.
Symphony Hall falling apart.
Now somebody a couple years ago somebody knocked the awning down, ran into some drunk lady.
Didn't they redo that building on Mika in Elizabeth Avenue?
Ain't no hey, and if you pay $2,000 for that shit, I would never move in that shit for no $2,000. I don't give a fuck if they pay the rent for me. I'm not going there. You crazy?
I said the same thing. Stuck. I posted it 2 weeks ago. I was like,
you know why?
Because I remember what it was. There's no way in the world I'm paying no $3,000 a month to live in it. I don't care how much it is.
They got microwaves in there now, Marv.
Hey yo, fine. Fuck them microwaves.
They about to fill all them apartments up, man. Them jokers coming from New York. Them jokers coming from New York gonna move all their ass. They gonna fill all them apartments up.
Hey, you know what they got now? They put balconies on it.
Yeah, they paying $3,000 for studios over there, one bedroom. You think they not gonna train and go over there and move in the apartments? You crazy?
Check this out. How the fuck you can see from 78? They still got graffiti on the motherfucking building. I'm like, how the fuck you advertising a building for people to move in, but you still got graffiti, hella graffiti on the side of the building?
On the back.
I'm like, yo, and you can see that shit for the. Yo, these niggas terrible.
They doing it.
My people like, yo, you want moving if they fuck no. Elizabeth and Mika. I know a lot of motherfuckers that lost their life over that motherfucker on Elizabeth and Mika.
You know what that across street from Weekway Park that been closed all these years?
Yeah.
They redid it.
We went up in there. I think I was up in there the last time I was up in there. We walked into a party and dude was just beating this chick ass. We turned around, left that.
That was.
They just redid it though, man. All brand new now. They starting off with $3,000 a spot. Yeah,
we used to go down there back in the day when Chocho be throwing the little joints over there.
That spot ain't worth it. Them jokers still be out there hustling hard as I don't know what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know where it's at. I'm not paying
Hey,
no
you know,
$20 to live
look,
there.
look, look. They got know what the name of the store at on Renner and Elizabeth Avenue. Look, I was working overnight at the food company. I'm going to wait for the 37. These motherfuckers got a dead body in the middle of the street. I'm like, these niggas is wilding. I'm like, oh, I'm never coming this way again at night. These you can't even. I'm like, yo, these niggas is terrible.
No, that shit
And
ain't
it's
good.
cops.
Talk
And
about
look, it's cops that be right in front of the fucking building.
Yeah, they just
Don't
leave a
do
car
nothing.
out there. Ain't no cops in there. They just leave a car sitting out there.
no, they be out there 24/7. I be saying that.
No, they be out there.
Crazy.
They could be sitting in the car.
They in the car and it's like 50 niggas lined up on the car. And I ride through there.
What y'all think about change the topic real quick? What y'all think about? God damn, nigga.
It's that way.
Is that
Fuck you, nigga.
is that the part of the lawsuit?
What you say?
Who got mesothelioma over there? Some shit. What
You got it on your elbow, you beige bastard.
the fuck? Y'all see the video of the God damn, you just made me lose my chain of thought. What the hell was I about to just talk about? You just messed me up. I think I was about to say something about all them jokers broke out of prison.
It's two dudes. It's crazy because tattoos on his face is still out there. How can you not find this nigga? He got like 5 tattoos on his face.
Yo, what up, too?
That shit don't make no sense to me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He be posting like every other day.
I was just about to say he always going live.
Keep going live. Like,
Who?
no, what about the other joker who showed the videos of how he get out of jail and be going back at night?
I ain't seen that one.
Oh, I'll send it to you. This joker got videotape. They got guns inside the jail. They in there gambling, money, drinking beer. And then he leave out. He downtown St. Louis on camera and then go back into prison that night.
Why are you
Oh,
recording
yeah.
for your YouTube channel? I don't know why you recording this shit. That make no sense.
Stupid.
I want to make a
But
joke.
it was I think it was just bragging about he was doing it. But now he trying to use it as leverage because he escaped and got caught. So now he trying to buy some of his time back by telling on the COs and the guards on the stuff that they was allowing them to do with the contraband and letting them out at night. And I'm looking at a video. Ali sent it to me yesterday. I'm gonna send it to y'all when we get off the phone.
Hold on.
Yeah, send me that.
I ain't even make jokes do stupid things these days, man.
Man, everything is. Let's take it. Yo, let me tell you something stupid happened at work the other day. So I'm riding through the facility. I'm on a forklift.
Oh, yeah, I've been on this motherfucker.
I'm the boss, so I'm just riding around, checking, seeing what people doing. One of my guys came around an intersection and didn't blow the horn on the forklift. So I said, "Listen, man, people's lives are a lot more important than this material than what you thinking or whatever. Make sure you blow that horn the next time you come through these intersections. Like, come on, let's be smart." He was like, "You're right, Mr. Wayne." Blah. A couple days later, I'm riding around, same joker, came around the intersection, didn't blow the horn. I said, "I want you off the forklift." I said, "I need you in my office." We come to my office. I go over safety with him again, and I said, "I'm gonna set you up for safety training.
You hear me?
I want you to, yeah, I
Good.
want you to go through a reevaluation, and I'm gonna do corrective action because I already warned you about it." The Joker pulls out his phone and starts recording me in my office. So now it's me, it's his lead, and my ops manager in there. I got witnesses while I speak to him just in case anything go fluky. I always do that when doing corrective actions. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, "Are you recording him?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Dude, this is a private facility. You can't record. I'm not giving you permission to record me. Put your phone down." I'm not putting down my phone. I said, "Okay, well, you can leave out the office. Actually, leave the facility." Right. So I'm only saying that to say, um, we record everything.
Hello?
For what reason did he think him recording me would help him when he violating safety laws?
Good. How old is he?
I'm only saying that to say, like, our people don't even be thinking. Like, we sold what we see on TV, and I'm saying that like I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. Just because he see other people on TV doing it, he never even tried to understand why, how it could be used, or what you are allowed to do. And that's what everything is like what we looking at now. People just reacting. We doing ice book challenges and the crate challenges for no reason, without no,
Dying that
just
shit
doing it.
just to do it. Just to
Mhm.
know
But
because
like
it's
all the
fame.
stuff we was just talking about protesting and all this violence going on with our people, we don't put the energy, the same energy into that than we doing with doing these dances and these things on TikTok. And I've never seen more butt naked on TV or on the internet than I see right now. Like people whole lives is only fan pages. Like I'm gonna get butt naked as a career and make my kids understand this 20 years from now.
That's the new that's the new job industry.
Like, do you know how hard that's gonna be, Bell, to explain to your son how all he see is videos of you butt naked with glitter on your chest, and you try to explain that was the era of how we made money at that time?
Hell
Well,
no. Hell,
but
that's
that's what we going
that
through
shit
right
ain't got
now.
no got no
Or to
power.
take it a step further, even when they covered up, you got people like I don't understand why social
Oh
media means
shit.
so much to different people. Like they literally invested in. Oh man, what happened? This is the best picture I got. I only got 17 likes. I only got 60. Like why do you care about any of this stuff?
That's the new
Like
gold.
why is it so meaningful to you when it has
Because
no basis?
that's life.
Wow, I can't do it.
They do it for the likes. They don't do it for the love.
That's what I'm saying. I can't. I don't know how to do that,
It's a
and I'm
different
too old to
generation.
start now.
And matter of fact, I see that shit. The shit that get me crazy. I see that shit from like 20-year-olds. But when it's people our age doing that shit, I can't understand it because I know the era you came from, and you shouldn't be doing shit like that. That's not, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a different generation. That's the two generation removed from that shit. But I see people our age taking that same type. I don't know. It's like a social, like social training, like monkey see, monkey do type thing. This is the
Mm-hmm.
thing now. This is what we do. Just follow it and shit. Instead of following your moral compass that'll guide you, from right from wrong and all that type of shit. Because it's like you said, it's grown ass, it's women that got kids on OnlyFans. Like you don't care about your kids if you're on OnlyFans. You got some teenage kids and some other kids, but it's anything for the money these days, man.
Sad reality. Like reality isn't reality anymore. I don't know what happened to that Joker.
His phone might have died. I'm lucky I'm still on. I had to grab my joint.
Yeah, we about to get out of here in a minute too. I'm looking like, man, we've been on here over 3 hours, man. I ain't even realize it. But yeah, I was like, I wanted to, since we had brought Stucky up, I wanted to send him the link.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That's
so
like,
Ducky, you a superstar on this, man. It's gonna be like 1 million views right here, man. They're gonna play this in perpetuity.
What?
on the show, man. I gotta
Well,
get you.
what happened to the last one?
Stucky. We about to cut it down.
Huh?
You got a question for Marv?
Yeah. What about last show? What you mean?
No,
You got a lot of views?
He about to shut it down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the last time you was
I
on,
know
that was
that's
like
how much.
the last time you was on, that was like one of the biggest view shows on the YouTube channel.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had 300 views that night. That night
Oh,
alone.
that's what's up.
Yeah, it was crazy.
People want to see you, man. You like a star. Not
Oh, they can
like
see
a
me.
North Star or a star in the sky. You like
Tell them I be downtown selling bud. I'll be the cat that be smoking the most.
That's why you got the views, boy. That's why I get the views.
Exactly. But yeah, it's like I'm gonna be in contact with you, man. I'm gonna have to get you back on this summer, man. Maybe we get to do something.
All right, no problem, B. Yeah, we gotta do something, man. Hey, better link up, man. You got the number, bro.
I'm gonna come see you, Stucky.
Do you?
You done beat me in the head about 9 times already. The stuff you got.
Yeah, about time, my nigga.
I do a warehouse.
Hey, yo. All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, I want to thank everybody, all the viewers, all the supporters, everybody that's been rocking with us this last 5 years, man. I can't believe we finally made it to this point. It's crazy. Even Toot, he came in and did a show. He went to West Side with us, Marquise. Came and did a show on gun control and gun violence and things of that nature. There, he's down in Florida now, and that there. So it's just cool to be able to reconnect.
So you should have asked me, but you should have asked me about gun control. I got shot 23 years. God damn.
We talked about that the last time. Hey, stuff. I was telling Bell if I remember after the first time you was on, so somebody that was watching the show, they texted me and asked me, they was like, when y'all talked about the second time he died, was that like a real story or was y'all being funny? I'm like, no. Stucky literally got 9 lives. That's why I call him Cool Cat. This boy been there, been back. This boy done resurrect the boy.
I mean, you know, it's my guardian. It's my mama. You know, she been my guardian angel since '81. Yo.
What is he doing?
So you know.
What is he doing with his elbow in his hand?
Scratching my head, my nigga. I had the phone down. What the fuck you? What?
Ma.
Yo.
Hey, Ma, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure being on here. The time I was on, I ain't know, man. You should have sent me something earlier. I see y'all was on this motherfucker 3 hours. Y'all some talking motherfuckers. Y'all some talking motherfuckers, yo. The fuck? 3 hours? God damn. Marv look like he just came from church and shit, yeah.
Nah,
Reverend Lonnie Love.
I figured I'd throw it on since it was, you know, for the 5th year anniversary. You know what I mean?
You gotta bring him in. I'm glad you ain't bringing him earlier. I'm glad
you people, we got our own built-in Tracy Morgan, yo.
Yeah. He needs his own show. Produce this nigga, Mom.
I'm turning up. Don't come out with it, so I gotta retire. We definitely can't come on the same night. You know?
Oh hell no! Oh, we can. It's the Marvin Smart. It's the Marvin Stuck show. It's like the Odd Couple.
Hey, somebody was asking me last night where you want to see. Like, I'm like, yo, when I get sponsored, we're stuck on. I'm gonna get some sponsorship, yo.
You gonna get some sponsors.
Yeah, because the rate is going to be jumping.
Oh yeah, yeah. We need some sponsors, yo. We about to turn up, yo. It's gonna be real in the field.
No doubt. Well, man, y'all know y'all already know I love my brothers, man. I always thank y'all for holding me down.
I love y'all more, man. We got too many years in, yo.
No day.
Yeah, I love you. Bell, you already know the love, how the love run between us, man. I love you like a little brother, my nigga.
Love you like an old grandfather, Stucky.
Fuck you. You snare drum head, motherfucker. Yo, the cat, these young kids, these YN ask me, they're like, yo, all you do is play. Yup, all I do is play. They're like, yo, all you want to do is just jail. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all young niggas want to hike. I'm gonna show you how to hike. I get on him and don't get off. He like, yo, bruh, stop. Nope. Mm-mm, mm-mm. My man, he like, oh, you know my father? I like, yeah. Now it's worse for you, yo. That I be just doing dumb shit to him.
Yeah.
These
He like
niggas
to
is
go out
dumb,
there
yeah.
on stage in a crowd and just let you do you, man. Well, you got. I don't know when you up here. If you up here,
Hook it up, Marv. Hook it up, Marv.
Nah, that's what I
Where's
said,
Marv?
man. You know, one of these trips up there, we could do a live, like straight
Word is
all at the same place. We ain't got to do it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
yeah. Oh, that shit gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, we can make it happen. You know what I mean?
That shit gonna be hilarious.
So I'm gonna work on getting that done. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for everybody supporting all the previous guests, all the contributors, and you know, rest in peace,
Yeah,
all the past viewers, and as well as
yeah,
guests that have passed away. Like I said, I was looking at some of the older shows throughout the week,
yeah,
and there's so many people that's been on that's no longer with us. So, man, you know, I really appreciate everybody spending this time, man. And I always say, you know, let's be really intentional about giving each other our flowers while we still can, because once that casket closed, bro, you know, can't nobody hear all those words. So, and they don't mean nothing then. So tell me what I mean to you while you can, and I'm gonna let you know the same way.
Hey yo, I'm about to tell y'all now. When I die, put a cell phone in the casket. So before they load me, y'all make sure y'all that shit go off. You hear knocking. Like, yo, let me out of here, yo. I was on the bullshit.
What's wrong with that's what's wrong with him. That's how he think naturally. He think about these
You know, nah, you know, I figured,
crazy,
fuck it,
man.
yo. You gotta have, man, listen, you gotta have fun, man. I'll be like, yeah, everybody like, yo, how the fuck ain't nothing wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with me on the outside.
everything is wrong with you.
My grandmother said, huh?
They loved when you showed up in South Orange. You caught me with my wife at that club joint.
Yeah,
Her friend loved your ass. I said, don't like
yeah.
that ass, nigga. I stuck it.
tell my sister, I hate you, pal. Tell my sister I said I love her, yo.
Yes,
How the boy,
I second that.
how the boys doing?
Everything.
That's what's up. But you gotta come down here and smoke with me, Bell. You gotta come through, man. Breeze
I'm
through.
about to start, Stucky.
Yeah, I be listen. I'm the man down here, yo.
Oh, come on.
I got the best business.
Man, we ain't doing no commercials, man. Yo, we get ready to get up.
Since he jumped on here, man.
Hey, Marvin Bell. I love you. I love y'all to death, my niggas. Till we see each other again, yo.
Yeah. Hold up, don't go nowhere, stuck. Don't go nowhere. I just want to tell everybody thanks again. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there as we celebrate Father's Day this upcoming Sunday. We'll probably
Fuck
do
them
something
kids.
on fatherhood next.
Fuck them kids.
With that being said, yo, we out of here, yo. As usual, DeAndre and Lysa know that daddy loves you intentionally, but I also love you unconditionally. So next
Can I say one more? Can I say one more thing? Peace and soul.
Salute, man.